The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Central Kentucky high school football starts now.
As we enter the final month of the regular season, each game starts to carry a little bit more weight. Tonight from Versailles, Kentucky, we welcome you to a clash of titans in 5A as the South Oldham Dragons go on the road to take on the Woodford County Yellow Jackets. A pleasant good evening to you alongside former state champion KJ Jones. I'm Wes Chandler. And partner, I think we could be spoiled tonight. This is one of the top games in the Commonwealth of Kentucky this week.
It is, and it's in a division matchup, and both these teams, both only with one loss on the season, been playing really good, so I think that we are in for a really good game here tonight.
Both South Oldham and Woodford County enter this week with only one loss. They get it done in different ways. For South Oldham, the defense carries a lot of their weight.
Yeah, and they're able to create a lot of turnovers. They have 8 takeaways on the season, and they're also only holding their opponents to 13.2 points per game. And I think that starts with the defensive line up front and then really good secondary coverage as well.
That defense will certainly be tested tonight against the third highest scoring offense in 5A in Woodford County. What makes them so successful on offense?
It's the weapons they have, and then you have Lemmy Coons, a guy that can really throw the ball down the field, and then they have a really good running game as well, and when they really complement each other really well. And when you have really good receivers and a really good running back, it really puts the defense in a tough position. It's, do I press up and take away the run, or do I sit back and take away the pass? And again, that really makes it tough on the defense.
I think this could be a really outstanding game. It's going to be fascinating to watch it unfold here tonight from Versailles. Well, we're glad you're along with us here on Glycon for high school football in Central Kentucky. It is a phenomenal evening for high school football as we take a look at tonight's weather forecast presented by Suntime Pools and Spas. Good people to know if you have a pool. Currently 77 degrees here in Versailles, wind of 4 to 6 miles an hour. The sun will set here in about the next 20 minutes. And when we get into the upper part of the second half, you're going to have high 60s. It's going to be a little bit chilly if you're a little bit cold. They might want to have a light jacket, but other than that, it's a great night weather-wise.
Yeah, it is. This is perfect football weather right here. It's not too hot, not too cold. These guys, they do need to stay hydrated, though, because it is a little bit of humidity out here. So I think we're in for a good one, though.
When we come back, we'll check in on South Oldham and talk with their head coach, Kane Sams, when we return on Glycon for more pregame coverage of Central Kentucky football.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world.
South Oldham head coach Kane Sams joins us here pregame. Kane, I want to touch on your defense a little bit first. Last week against Anderson County, you had your second shutout of the year. What in your mind sets this defense apart from most or others that you've coached in the past?
Their trust in their defensive coaches. There's not a lot of questioning on why we're doing what we're doing. They have full confidence and faith in our defense. And not that the past years hasn't, but this year really does. You really see that as evidence. Like this week, they have met for an hour every morning before school to watch film, and it's been the entire varsity defense. And there's 24 kids in there with notepads taking notes every morning, and we're not having to pull these kids out of bed. They know that if they do what they're told, they trust their teammate and they trust their coaches, that we're going to have success. And that's a big part of defense, was trust and knowing that the guy beside of you is going to do his job so you can do yours with full conviction. And I'm a big advocate of just running to the ball, playing with big energy, playing with big motors, knowing who you're leveraging with when the ball is run to you on the play side, knowing your backside responsibilities, knowing and understanding your opposition or what they want to do in formations and sets.
Leading tackler is Blake Dickamore. Last week, he had a double-figure tackle game with 14 in the win over Anderson County. What makes him such a special player?
He's been playing football at a varsity level for a while. You know, he's been a 3-year player in our program. So he's played a lot of football. He lives year round. He's a really strong physical kid. But when it's game day, he has a really competitiveness to him. And, you know, that really helps.
Something that sets your team apart from most, in my opinion, is the depth that you have at the running back position with 3, 4, 5 guys that you could give the ball to confidently. What allows you to have such a huge depth and have that confidence in the guys you give the ball to?
We have a base offense, and we've had a very strategic offensive install this year. And we had a goal of we didn't want to add new stuff in. We wanted to get locked in on everything that we're doing. And when you do that and they can get those reps year round, it really does help in your ability to get a lot of guys in. Now, some of them, it helps that you have the ability to make someone miss. It helps that you have someone who has speed. But at the end of the day, I've always been a believer that football is about blocking and tackling. So it's the first prerequisite skill for our running backs is if you want the rock, you got to block. So they have to take a lot of pride in their blocking assignments and in their blocking execution. If they can do that, that's the fast track onto the field. And then if you can do that and you can be special with the ball and make something happen, then it's going to be hard to get you off of the field.
Last year, South Oldham dealt Woodford County their only loss before the playoffs. What will it take to beat them again this year?
I've told the boys this week, last year's team is gone off into college. You know, there's a couple of you that were here that remember it, but, you know, this is a different Woodford team and a different South Oldham team. I think when it comes to districts, it's about building your legacy, and you can't live off of the legacy of those past players. So, you know, it's good to know that we got that win last year, but that it was just that. It was last year. I think the biggest message that I've shared with them is last year we could hang with anyone in the state. And, you know, you get a really talented Woodford team and they looked apart, you know, on tape. And it was us having the belief that we could step on the field with anyone and really play. I think a lot of those guys from last year know that we're just as capable of winning this game as anyone is, but what it takes may be a little bit more than what we've asked out of you and other opponents. It's going to take those early morning film sessions. It's going to take a little extra conditioning. It's going to take extra reps, a little bit better sense of urgency. You don't accidentally beat a really talented team in Woodford County. You just don't.
Kane, as always, appreciate the time.
Absolutely. Thank you.
South Oldham head coach Kane Sams. More pregame coverage is next here on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable. Flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
And have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
With Fast Signs, create custom deep sea signage that makes the wait a visual escape. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Versailles. Time now for tonight's Keys to the Game. They are presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. They strive to keep your trucks moving through outstanding parts, availability, and unmatched service. KJ, what do you have for South Oldham?
Tonight for South Oldham, it'll be balance on offense. They have a lot of guys that can rush and also catch the ball. So they have a lot of dual threat guys that can really hurt you. They'll need good defensive line play, whether that's stopping the run or pressuring the quarterback. Woodford County has a lot of guys that can beat you on the run or beat you over with the deep pass. And then controlling the game. They need to establish long drives and keep the Woodford offense on the sideline. This is one of the top offenses in the state of Kentucky, averaging over 38 points per game.
And on the other side, for Woodford County, for them to be successful, what are you're keeping your eye on there?
Yeah, for them, creating explosive plays. Again, how I said, they have a high-powered offense with tons of weapons, and they can hit you in a multitude of ways. They'll need to also pressure the quarterback, Adrian Miles. He's a dual-threat quarterback, and he's not a guy you just want sitting back there with time to throw the deep pass or give him time to create big plays with his legs. And then also stopping the run. Oldham County is a very balanced team, but run is the backbone of the offense, and they have 4 main guys, including the quarterback, that can run and hurt you.
This broadcast is authorized by Woodford County High School with production rights owned by Glycod. We aim to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. When we come back, we'll check in with head coach Dennis Johnson of Woodford County when we return on Glycod.
A partner that delivers big results with a small business touch? Meet Strat BPO, a joint venture combining 49 years of federal contracting experience with the agility of being woman-owned. We provide scalable business process outsourcing and contact center solutions with top-tier compliance and people-first service. We are 400-plus employees strong, ISO certified, and FSMA compliant. Now hiring in Clark County, bringing 400 new jobs and a bold commitment to community growth. Strat BPO, small business certified, large business proven.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware, 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.seminin.com. Semin & Realtors, always one step ahead. This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by German American Bank, building our community since 1910. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. And by the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm.
Trip down to Florida.
It was great. We the last 2 years we tried to expose our kids to, some different culture. And so we got to go to California 2 years ago and then last year going to Florida. So it was, we wanted to play football, but it was very educational for our guys. Some of our guys had never been on a plane, never been out of the state of Kentucky. So it was a good experience for everybody. They had to learn how to get on a plane and, how to get on and off and hotel rooms. And I gave them a little space to be mature. It had to be certain places, certain times, kind of like you would do if you were going on a college football trip. And so we try to pressure the same way. And so our kids done a phenomenal job both years of being where they're supposed to be, being respectful, doing a good job, and then going down there and taking care of business. So it was definitely a great trip. We probably took 150 fans down there, so it was a great experience.
What did you guys focus on then this past week where you had the bye coming off that long trip? What did you guys focus on during the bye week?
I try to play it this way because last year we came in from L.A. when we get back to a Tuesday, so we had to play Pulaski, which was a hard turnaround for our kids. And so being able to come back, so I gave them a few days off to kind of get their feedback on them, get their academics, catch up on academics. And then we came in on Wednesday and Thursday and really focused. We went back to the fundamentals. We kind of started from scratch went back over our rules and regulations, and we did mid-year interviews with every single player, kind of get their thoughts on what they thought they were, what they liked, what they didn't like. So we got a chance to kind of reset. We had a few coaches meetings, and then one of the field did some basic stuff, a lot of tackling, a lot of fundamental blocking, and so just some back to the basics type stuff for last week.
You guys have a very experienced offensive line. How much has that played a role in your success this year, that experienced offensive line that you have?
Oh, I think it's played a huge part. Last year I think we had one or two scenes, but we played 5 or 6 younger guys, and this year we're more with veteran offensive line. We still got 3 underclassmen, but they played a lot of meaningful football. And so having those guys, being able to lean on that offensive line, they're really, really good. They're all really good leaders. Take care of each other. Our group, that's the composition, myself and Coach Smith coach, and so that group heavily, when we're going through a bad stretch, they're the big leaders on our team, and so that group's been really, really good this year.
Now, you play a really tough team tonight in South Oldham. What's the biggest key for Woodford County to come out and play their best brand of football tonight?
I think up to this point, we still haven't played complimentary football. We've had lulls offensively, and then we've had some lulls defensively. So if we can put it all together, they're a well-coached football team. I thought they had the best game plan against us I've seen last year. They were able to convert on 3rd down, and the few 4th downs they converted. And then they stopped us on a few meaningful drives. I think a few times we had 2nd, 3rd and short, and they stopped us a few times last year. And so they were able to possess the ball, keep it away from us a lot last year, and they did a great job. And so I think we got to be able to run the ball efficiently. And then they do so much offensively. Man, they do a lot. They can go option. They roll out stuff, and they got some dynamic guys in the backfield. So we just got to play sound football, just keeping the ball in front of us and being great tacklers.
Should be a good one. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. That's Woodford County head coach Dennis Johnson with his pregame comments. More ahead here on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that could put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family-owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilley. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. LaGrange Service Center, providing quality car care for more than 60 years. And by Clementine's Car Wash, LaGrange's 24/7 touchless car wash.
The Yellow Jacket captains.
Welcome back to Versailles, Kentucky, here alongside former state champion KJ Jones. I'm Wes Chandler. Time now for tonight's game plan presented by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, the right decision for your home. First, what's your game plan for South Oldham, KJ?
Tonight for South Oldham, it'll be winning the time of possession and then making Woodford pass the ball. I mean, making Woodford run the ball because they're good at run and pass, but you want to limit the explosive plays and make them have to run the ball more.
Yeah, Fox Coon's one of the top passing yards quarterback in 5A, so that'll be a very important key for South Oldham. On the other side for Woodford County, it's a home game for them. They're taking on a really tough opponent in South Oldham. What's your game plan for the Yellow Jackets?
Yeah, for the Yellow Jackets tonight, it'll be establishing the run first to open up the pass because, like I said, they're good on both, but you have to run the ball first to be able to open up the pass to get the defense to come down and create those big shots down the field, and then loading the box on defense. Again, this is a good run team with a lot of different weapons that can run the ball.
Well, Woodford County 4-1 on the year. South Oldham is 5-1. It's one of a few one-loss teams in 5A, and they get together here on a gorgeous night here in Central Kentucky, and it should be a really fascinating matchup. I'm excited to see that. I know you guys are too as well, and we're excited to bring it to you here on Glycod as Woodford County has their captains out waiting for the coin toss. South Oldham now jogging out with their captains over on the other side. It'll be Woodford County in the home black uniforms with gold numbers, white helmets. South Oldham will be in the visiting white uniforms trimmed in green and green helmets as well as they come together for the toss of the coin. And it should be a really fascinating matchup here between these two teams. And they have met now for the third straight year. This will be the third consecutive time that these two programs will meet. Back in 2023, Woodford County won 30-14. Last year, South Oldham dealt Woodford County their only loss in the regular season, winning by 5, 32-27. It's also a rematch of the playoffs in 2016 between these two teams. And this is a really challenging district, KJ. It's so competitive top to bottom. Usually you see a team or two, but top to bottom, this is a very strong district.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, you can just tell by these two teams right here. Again, as you said, Oldham, the only team to give Woodford County their loss in the regular season last year. So it just shows how strong of a team this is. And they were able to get through everybody but this team here. And it happens to be a district matchup. So that just shows the level of competition that these two teams have to play every year.
And I think the returners for Woodford County, they remember that game from last year. They're going to play with a little bit of more of a chip on their shoulder out here tonight. Well, we are getting you set for kickoff here in Versailles. It is Woodford County at 4-1 and South Oldham at 5-1. When we come back, we'll have the start of the ball game for you here on Glycod.
We're here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
Looking for a partner that delivers big results with a small business touch? Meet Strat BPO, a joint venture combining 49 years of federal contracting experience with the agility of being woman-owned. We provide scalable business process outsourcing and contact center solutions with top-tier compliance and people-first service. We are 400-plus employees strong, ISO certified, and FSMA compliant. Now hiring in Clark County, bringing 400 new jobs and a bold commitment to community growth. Strat BPO, small business certified, large business proven.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College, college for your world. Manowar Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. New Vista, we see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. Suntime Pools and Spas, good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School football.
It is time for kickoff here in Central Kentucky. Sun now setting across the way from us as Woodford County getting ready to run out of their tunnel, supported by the cheering squad and dance team, along with some different fans as well in there. And it will be a stampede of Yellow Jackets, a swarm of Yellow Jackets, I guess you could say, coming out in their tunnel there. South Oldham already out on the field. They are in the end zone with the American flag and the S flag representing South Oldham, getting ready to take charge from the end zone to midfield. Well, it's about time for some start of some high school football, and anytime you get into district play, we're now a couple of games in for these two squads. As we said in the open, and these games carry a little bit more weight.
They definitely do, because these games have playoff implications here. Once you get into October, you start seeing the breast cancer awareness. That's when you know the games are starting to get serious, and you can see Woodford County supporting out there. But again, this is the time when the games really start to matter. You've been able to get warmed up, had some games, get some momentum going throughout the season, and you're able to start playing these district games here.
Well, you're going to see a lot of stars on display here tonight. You got Darian Tomlin, Fox Coons, Grayson Hodge for Woodford County. For South Oldham, Anthony Dixon, led by their running game. You also have Cole Greenwell, who's just a solid fullback that just hard-headed, just has that kind of tough mentality. They've got different guys that they can give the rock to as far as the rushing game is concerned. And Adrian Miles, their quarterback, is kind of that game manager. He's not anything too flashy, but he does what the team needs. And I've been really impressed with him, watching him here this season.
He does, and again, he does exactly what the team needs, and he has over 200 yards rushing on the year, which means he's able to make plays with his legs. Again, if the play breaks down the field, there's not a receiver open, he's still a guy you can't just take your eyes off of. He's not just a pocket passer. He can also break you down and break a big one with his legs. Again, maybe putting a quarterback spy on him may be a game plan here tonight.
The big storyline is this one is you have the third-ranked scoring offense in Woodford County going against the sixth-ranked scoring defense in South Oldham. So it is strength on strength out here tonight for these two teams. We'll see who punches through tonight to get the win. South Oldham did win the toss, and they will elect to defer to the second half. So Woodford County will get the ball first here to begin this one on a gorgeous Friday evening for some high school football.
Yeah, and I like how South Oldham did they decided to defer the ball to the second half, and that can be a good decision, especially being on the road, because you never know how the first half will go, and knowing you'll get the ball back starting the second half is always a big plus.
Jair Funes will kick it away for South Oldham. He's got a pretty powerful leg there for these Dragons. At 5-1 under third-year head coach Kane Sams, who's led them to a 17-11 record his fourth season overall as a quarterback or as a head coach. He spent 1 year as the head coach at North Bullitt before taking the reins at South Oldham, where he also was an assistant prior to getting the head job here. So it'll be South Oldham kicking right to left, and it'll be Woodford County going left to right with
up to kick for South Oldham.
Their returner Elijah Ward back deep.
Funes.
Jair Funes, 5'10", 180 senior. Ball on a tee at the 40-yard line, closing in on the left hash. And it's about time for some football, and Funes puts a right foot into it. End-over-end kick will be fielded by Ward at the 14. Angling up toward the middle of the field, looking for blockers. There goes Ward, and Ward with a good start for Woodford County all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Excellent starting field position here for Woodford County, and I really like how his return team was able to create an open lane for him right there and get him some good yardage on that one.
Ball is spotted at about the 42-yard line.
Right around a 25, 26-yard return there for Elijah Ward, and that is where the dynamic Woodford County offense will set up camp here. 3rd and 5A in points per game with those 38 points per game. First down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Ball at the left hash. 2 receivers each way for Lemmy Fox Coons. Coons that throws a quick slant pass complete over on the far side. Not much happening there. Quick pass reception. They go through the air a lot. You'll see that a ton tonight as Fox Coons, the quarterback for Woodford County.
And I really like them starting off with just a simple pass right there, get the quarterback warmed up, just get him throwing some little short passes, get the rhythm going, and then later on in the game you'll start to see some more deep shots, but I really like that short one right there.
Going to Grayson Hodge there. That was his 26th catch of the year. He is the leading target player for the Yellow Jackets. Closing in on 500 yards receiving. Hodge goes in motion. They'll go to the other side, get the ball right back to Hodge, this time coming toward us, and he will get up just shy of the 45-yard line where he is knocked out of bounds by South Oldham's leading tackler on the year, and Blake Dickamore.
And I'm excited to see the different ways that this Oldham defense decides to play this Woodford County offense, and you see them mixing up coverages a little bit. It looks like they're sticking with man here to start off the
64 tackles now in the year for Dickamore. Already a couple of completions here, but not much happening. 3rd down and 9 as we played almost a minute here. Coons will get the play call from longtime head coach Dennis Johnson in his 11th year as the head coach at Woodford County. Snap comes to Coons. Coons throws over the middle, and there is a flag coming as he was going for his intended target in Jalen Johnson, but South Oldham is going to be called for a pass interference.
There is a flag on the play.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of miscommunication on the snap, but you see Oldham County playing with the safety over top just to be safe with those deep shots right there and protect themselves.
Yeah, Coons was not looking for the snap to come, and it came. Center tonight, Cam Johnson. Left tackle Carson Bugg. The guard on the left side is Caleb Caldwell, Justin Perez, and Dylan Branson. Guard and tackle on the right side. So after the PI for South Oldham, that'll bring up a first down for Woodford County as they get it into Oldham, South Oldham territory. Now ball placed at the right hash at the 43-yard line. Make it the 42-yard line for Coons. 14 touchdowns on the year. Here's they go on the ground. Tomlin dancing away from opponents, and Darian Tomlin takes it in 42 yards for a touchdown.
And yeah, I really like the play call right there. They lined up most of the guys into the boundary, leaving the wide side of the field open and nothing but running room for Darian Tomlin right there. And if you're South Oldham, you can't allow runs like that, especially with a team that can pass the ball that well. But really great run right there by Tomlin, showing off his speed at the end and getting the touchdown.
And maybe those couple of quick passes kind of let South Oldham off their break a little bit, and they were thinking, okay, we got to focus on the pass, and there was a wide open hole there along the left side for Woodford County to run it in.
And Woodford County showing a little bit of a mix of everything. You've seen the short pass, you see him take a deep pass, and then you see Tomlin right there taking it in for the touchdown.
Woodford County trying to make it a 7-0 game. On to kick will be Cash Wolf, the freshman. And the point after is good. Woodford County wasting no time. 42-yard touchdown run by Darian Tomlin. Timeout on the field.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Darian Tomlin leading rusher on the year. He's one of the top in 12A, 12th in the class in rushing yards, and he's getting looks at the college level, and you could see why right there. And again, major kudos to the offensive line along that left side for creating a big-time hole. Bug and Caldwell was huge.
Yeah, and then you see the South Oldham, they're playing with the deep safeties to protect yourself from the deep ball, but then that exposed you to the run, and that's exactly what we've seen right there, and that's why we were able to see Tomlin break off for that big run right there.
Not wasting much time at all. Here's a little squib kick that'll be fielded by South. Anthony Dixon, now he fumbles it and just has to swallow it up there right at the 18-yard line. Anthony Dixon tried to look upfield to see where he could run and then never had it fully in his grasp, and that cost South Oldham about 5 to 10 yards.
Not a very good start here for South Oldham, giving up that first possession touchdown and then having a little bit of trouble on the kickoff return here. See if they can clean up some of these mistakes.
So Woodford County now answering. We'll see what South Oldham does here on their first possession of the ball game. Quarterback Adrian Miles, flanked to his left by fullback Cole Greenwell, make that, excuse me. They'll send Anthony Dixon in motion, get it to Dixon, looking to cut up field and wrap down there. Nice job by Woodford County defensively. Making the nice play that time was Kingston Dumas, 5'10 senior.
Yeah, you see him trying to go with the jet sweep action here, just not much room right there, and good job leveraging by the Woodford County defense coming up and making that stop.
Anthony Dixon, electric out in open space, 9th in 5A in rushing yards, with over 500 on the year. Doesn't get a ton of carries, only 8 last week for 60 yards. He also had a 60-yard punt return for a touchdown in their win over Anderson County. 2nd down and 10 after the no gain for the Dragons. Adrian Miles under center with Greenwell, his fullback behind him. Jules Davila goes in motion. They'll toss it to Davila out on the right side. Cuts up field for a pickup of 2. Get out to the 20 for Jules Davila.
Not much room right there, but you see the trickery right there, running a fake and then an option right there. But good job by the Woodford defense staying disciplined and coming up and making that tackle.
This is a South Oldham team that is 6th in 5A in team rushing per game at 212 yards on the ground per game. They get it done in different ways. We told you Woodford County likes to pass. South Oldham much more the ground and pound type team. And they'll may have to go through the air here this time on 3rd down and 8 from their own 20-yard line. Ball at the right hash. Shotgun formation for Miles, and a flag flies. And South Oldham looks like they may be backing up 5. Ball start on South Oldham.
Is the call.
And these are just mistakes that you can't have. Pre-snap penalties, backing you up. You're already in 3rd and long position. You're on the road down 7. Then you get another false start, making it 3rd and 13. And this is a really tough play right here for this South Oldham offense to start off.
Well, South Oldham, last week, their offensive line got such great penetration in the win over Anderson County. Of course, it's led by Sam Dawson, the Louisville commit, 6'4", 290 senior. He's flanked by Jackson Lanham over on that offensive line as well. 3rd down and 13 from the 15. High snap. Miles dropping back. Pressure comes. Lobs it up. Pass complete to Dixon to the 25. Trying to get to the 30. And it will be enough for a 1st down. They got it into the hands of Dixon. A 15-yard pickup. And on 3rd and 13, they get 15.
Yeah, and good tackle right there by Kingston Dumas, but really good catch right there by Anthony Dixon. Looked like he was running a little drag route. Found the hole in the zone, was able to pick up a 1st down.
Much needed for South Oldham as they try to stay on the field. They had 174 yards rushing from 5 different players last week. Behind Miles, the quarterback, is Greenwell. Davila goes in motion. 2 receivers to the far side. Hand off to Greenwell and lassoed down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
And just no room at all right there. Looked like it was big number 88, Josiah McKee, 6'5", 245 junior, just clogging the hole up right there, not giving any run room.
He's hit at the line of scrimmage by number 88, Josiah McKee.
6'5", 245.
Yeah, that's a big guy for high school football. Really tough to block there for that South Oldham offensive line.
South Oldham not able to get much offensive going offensively here, minus that one play of 15 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Dragons. One receiver each way. Played a little over 4 minutes here. Handoff fake to Greenwell. Pitch out to Dixon. He's in open space, spinning up past the 45. He goes down at the 47, a 17-yard pickup for Anthony Dixon. And it looks like the game plan for him, for South Oldham, is get Dixon the ball.
For sure, just get him in open space. And again, you see right there with the fullback fake and then the quarterback option and the pitch out to Dixon and just letting him do the rest, and some really good yards right there on that play. And that's going to be a tough play for this Woodford County defense to stop.
Dixon a lot more touches here. Davila goes in motion. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Go back, a lot of eye candy for South Oldham. Hand off to Greenwell. He bounces forward along that left side, just shy of midfield for a 2-yard pickup.
And this Woodford County defensive line doing a good job stopping the inside run so far. Really doing a good job filling their gaps and not allowing any run room.
In the win last year over Woodford County, South rushed for 206 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. Second down and 7 now, ball at the 50. For Adrian Miles, the 6'2 junior quarterback. Handoff up the middle. Davila is met by a brick wall. What a job here early on in this first quarter by Woodford County's D-line. And right there to be the first to initiate contact is Hayden Smith, the 6'5 senior.
And again, just no open running lanes in the middle of that defense. And this defensive line is really stepping up and not allowing anything so far to start off.
And this offensive line for South Oldham, they're a big unit too. Woodford County matches them size for size, so it's very rare that South Oldham goes up against a defensive line that they can pretty much push away as far as an even match, weight for weight. 3rd down and 7. They've already converted a couple 3rd downs here on this drive. Miles under center. We'll toss it out. The option to Dixon. Dixon out in open space once again. And this time he is going to nudge forward enough. It's going to be right at the sticks. I believe he got enough for the 1st down.
And again, going with that same play that just worked on the last 3rd down, the fullback fake to the quarterback option. And again, you see as Dixon is just able to find some running room. Not sure if he's able to pick up the 1st down this time, though, but it was very close.
It's going to be very close. I wouldn't be shocked if there's a measurement here, and I don't think it matters one way or another because I think South Oldham would go for it, but it's not going to matter as they signal it was a 1st down for South Oldham. Now, I believe that's the 3rd down conversion for the Dragons here on this drive.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, yeah, and that's really good starting off here, especially on the road, being able to convert 3rd downs. That'd be big here.
So a fresh set of downs for South Oldham as they continue to trickle down that first quarter clock. It's 7-0 Woodford County on a 42-yard run on the ground by Darian Tomlin. Miles, a lot of separation up through the initial line, but then it closes quickly as he gets a couple up near the 40-yard line, just shy of it.
Yeah, and that time, Cade Gilliam coming up and laying a big hit right there on Miles. But good job by Miles picking up some good yards on 1st down.
Yeah, Gillum plays that bandit linebacker position, 5'9", sophomore. He's just one of those tough-nosed kids that is always in the right spot at the right time.
I really like from what I've seen from both offenses here to start off the game so far.
Kane Sams has told me multiple times this year that he wants his team to keep swinging when they get punched in the mouth. Well, early on they got a real big haymaker from Darian Tomlin on the ground. Now they're trying to keep swinging here offensively. Option once again. This time it's a pitch to Davila, and he will be wrapped up. Nice open field tackle there in space by Wyatt Peters.
Yeah, good job by Wyatt Peters coming down from that safety position. And again, a good open field tackle. And that play, we're going to see, I guess, South Oldham run that play a lot here. We've already seen it 4 times here on this drive alone.
Yeah, there's a lot more option base to this South Oldham team. And been on the call for a couple of their games this year, KJ, and haven't seen this many options run by South Oldham. So we're getting into district play, a new level for this South Oldham offense. And here we are again on a big 3rd down for the Dragons.
Yeah, and I would say that putting the option, I think there was a game plan here. When you're playing against a defense with this much talent and this athletic, I think you have to mix it up a little bit and hit them with some looks that they haven't seen before.
We'll see if it's 2-down territory or not. Here's another option, almost intercepted in the backfield, but taken down for a loss. It's Peters once again.
Again, they try to get the option, but yeah, Peters coming right down, spotted it out, and was able to make the tackle and knock him back.
Loss of 3 more on the play.
Loss of 3, and they almost kind of picked off that option. They were right there in the backfield. I think South Oldham may have to go away from that at the moment.
Yeah, and I think Coach Johnson, he's a really good coach, and I think that he may have made an adjustment right there on that possession and told his safety to come down. If you get this look, come down, because like you said, they almost was able to pick that option off on that play right there.
Dylan Lafferty, the punter for South Oldham, stands at his own 42-yard line, and looks like the Dragons will boot it away as they bring on Liam Cunningham, a special teams player, late onto the action. 4th down and 12, and South Oldham has a high snap. Lafferty has to chase it down, and he will take a knee at the 30-yard line, so a bad snap is a disastrous play for South Oldham, and Woodford County right now flexing their muscles here in this first quarter.
And that could be a costly mistake right there. And when you're on the road, you can't have mistakes like that, especially setting up a high-powered Woodford County offense inside their own 30-yard line.
Woodford County is going to take over on the 29-yard line.
What a gift for Woodford County to be able to take over an excellent field position here. They will have the ball actually at the 29, so inside the 30 for the Yellow Jackets. They'll bring on a tight end and Greg Goins, a junior. 2 receivers to the near side go on the ground, and a moderate pickup there as they go on the ground to Ryan Brown.
Yeah, a run right up the middle by Ryan Brown, and as you see, South Oldham playing with only 3 down linemen, and they're playing for the pass. They're okay with giving up the run, but they just want to make sure they're not getting beat on any deep passes, and that's why you see 3 linebackers, and you're seeing, I think, 4 or 5 defensive backs out there just to make sure they don't get beat deep.
21st carry of the year for Ryan Brown, the junior. Omari Jointer, an electric wide receiver, all alone on the left side. Hodge in motion. They go on the ground once again. Stutter stepping his way. It's right back on the ground to Brown, and a much better run this time for Ryan Brown as he goes inside the 15. Mark him down at the 14. It's a 13-yard pickup on the ground for Ryan Brown.
And again, South Oldham going 3 down linemen again on that play, and as long as they're running that, I think that Woodford County is going to take advantage of that and just keep running the ball. Again, you can see South Oldham playing just not to get beat on that deep ball, but with that, it leaves open the running lanes.
Right at 150 yards on the ground per game for Woodford County this year so far in 2025. See if they go through the air here. Yes, they will. It is a quick screen pass that is just a little bit shy of his intended receiver, and he was looking for Jalen Johnson.
2nd down.
Yeah, and as you've seen, it looks like the South Oldham defense, they were loaded up inside the box right there and just trying to hit him on an outside shot, but ball just a little bit underthrown.
That's a long pass, too. You're coming all the way from the right hash all the way almost to the left numbers. That ball's got to travel a good distance.
It does. You also got to have some velocity on it as well.
Handoff, Brown along the edge, and Dickamore wraps him up at the 8.
Brown with a handoff.
Yeah, and Woodford County doing whatever they want with the run game so far. And eventually, at some point, you're going to have to see South Oldham change their defense up a little bit to try to stop this run. But then again, that'll leave them vulnerable to the pass.
Bring up 3rd down.
A lot of Ryan Brown here on this drive, a 5-yard pickup. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5 as we're under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Coons, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. Looking back for the play call. 3rd down and 5. They can get a first down without getting into the end zone. Coons throws over the middle, batted down, and incomplete. It looked like a little bit of miscommunication there as there were 2 white jerseys there that kind of bumped into each other where they may have had a pick in the end zone.
Yeah, and I think he's pretty lucky that one was just tipped up in the air and not caught, because that was a really dangerous throw right there. Not sure if he maybe just didn't see the defender or what was going on, but again, luckily that one wasn't intercepted.
Andrew Kern and Blake Dickamore bumping into each other there, but they get the pass breakup. And the clock now at 24 seconds it'll be 4th down and 5, and Woodford County looking to add to a 7-0 lead.
And I think this really shows the confidence that Coach Dennis Johnson has in his offense. Like that, it looks like they're actually going to go for the field goal here.
This will be only the second field goal attempted by Woodford County this year, and it's also coming from Cash Wolf, the freshman. It is a field goal up, and it is good for Cash Wolf. 25-yard field goal for Cash Wolf. And with 21 seconds to play, Woodford County adds some insurance. They lead it 10-0.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
It's the second field goal of the year for Cash Wolf. They've used 2 different kickers this year. Simeon Urbina is also another kicker that they have used for a lot of their point after tries, but this time it's Cash Wolf. He converts his 4th point of the night, 25-yard field goal. Adds the Yellow Jackets lead. It's now 10-0.
Yeah, and something else I wanted to point out is that Darian Tomlin wasn't even on the field for that last possession. They had the backup in Ryan Brown and still able to pick up good running yards on just about every play.
It'll be Wolf to kick it away. South Oldham will take it right around the 20-yard line, trying to find some avenues. Jules Davila, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 30-yard line.
Return is by Cordes.
It was actually Kenji Cordes, wide receiver, defensive back, 5'11 senior with the return.
In South Oldham, they had some good momentum on that last drive until they were eventually stalled. Let's see if they can pick up where they left off and pick up some more good yardage and maybe get some points on this drive here.
Maybe only one play left here in the quarter. A lot of option attacks here in their opening drive. They got inside Woodford County territory, but were forced to punt, and then a bad snap that sent Dylan Lafferty back in the wrong direction, kind of halted things for the Dragons. Miles looking for an avenue. He can't find anywhere. There's just a swarm of Yellow Jackets there to eat him up.
Miles,
and there's nowhere at all to go for Miles on that play. And, again, just excellent by this defensive line to start the game off here.
Good quarter for the Yellow Jackets of Woodford County on their home field. They lead at 10-0 over South Oldham. More high school football in Central Kentucky is coming up when we return.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
South Oldham has the ball to get the second quarter underway. It'll be a 2nd down and 9 from their own 29-yard line. And playing tough teams is no stranger for Kane Sams and his Dragons program this year. KJ, they played 4 6A teams early in the season to kind of prepare for a very tough district play. It's just as we said, all year long or all game long, it's a very challenging district.
Yeah, and playing those 6A schools, it definitely prepares you for the district play, and that can only make you better. And as you see, they only have 1 loss on the season, so really able to compete well with those 6A schools.
South Oldham going left to right now. Miles dropping back, lobs a pass going for the home run ball, and it's batted down. It was one-on-one coverage as they were intending for Kalade Dada, the wide receiver. It was well covered by Woodford County.
Yeah, it looks like Nehemiah Davis-Jones right there playing excellent defense, staying right in phase, got his head back when the ball was coming, and is able to tip it away at the last second. And that's excellent coverage. Whoever the DB coach is for Woodford County, he's really proud of the coverage on that play right there.
And they call him Neo, their teammates do.
Come on with some noise.
Be 3rd down and 9. And it seemed like all the 3rd downs that South Oldham has had so far have been 3rd down and long. Here they are in another situation right here. Let's see if they can go through the ground or do they go through the air here with Miles. Snap, rolls out to his left, looking, has a man, caught Dixon, makes a move, and 1st down and more inside Woodford County territory, and he is brought down at the 49-yard line.
And it seems like Dixon has been the go-to guy on every 3rd down, and he's came up every time they've gotten the ball to him. Again, right there, it looks like he was just running maybe a hitch route, and the defense playing off of him and able to get that 1st down right there.
20-yard pass completion to Anthony Dixon. Dixon also has 13 receptions coming into this game, 2nd on the team. They get the ball to Davila. Charlie Temple also wide out that they go to a lot. Toss to Davila. Davila tries to get some room to run, and he'll be brought down at the 44-yard line, a 5-yard pickup on the pitch to Davila.
And again, you see the fullback fake and the quarterback option right there, and that's just a play that this Woodford County defense has not been able to stop here.
Elias Tackett also in on the tackle.
Kind of very similar to their first drive where they were able to get inside Yellow Jacket territory, but it was right around this spot where they kind of halted out on that drive.
Yeah, let's see if they can capitalize this time, getting across the 50-yard line.
When you have at least 4 backs that you can give the ball to, one of those including the quarterback who will keep it from time to time, when that game gets later on, it really wears out defenses. We'll see how it plays out tonight.
It does, and that's when discipline starts to come in, and just staying on your keys and making sure you have the right eye discipline and you're looking in the right places.
Nothing there on the ground for South Oldham. This defensive line for Woodford County getting great penetration.
They are, and I think it was part of the game plan for Coach Sams is to get the ball on the outside, because as you're seeing so far, all the positive plays have come from outside looks, whether it's a pitch to the outside, an outside pass, just nothing going on the inside. And that's in large part to big Josiah McKee, a 6'5", 245 again, clogging up that inside.
Woodford County will make a sub on their defensive line, bring on DeMarcos Jones, who replaced Diego Castillo. 3rd down and 4. This is where South Oldham has lived the entire ball game. 10-0 Woodford County. Dixon goes in motion now, puts on the brakes. And South Oldham wants a timeout. They were trying to draw him off sides.
And I think everybody knew to be looking for Anthony Dixon on that play right there.
Timeout. South Oldham will take it with them. 10-0 Yellow Jackets.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Tonight's broadcast would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Please let them know how much you appreciate their commitment to providing free-to-watch high school athletics programming on Glycod.
We will draw the winner during the fourth
So 3rd down and 4 for South Oldham out of the timeout for Kane Sams.
The last couple of times there have been the winner.
Woodford County's defense,
over 220.
They are pretty tough to get anything going. They only allow 137 rushing yards per game. And
all right, let's make some noise.
They will try to prevent a 3rd down and 4 here. Miles under center. A trio of receivers to the left side. Ball almost at the right hash. Dixon in motion. Option to Dixon. Out in space for Anthony Dixon. 1st down and more. That's been the go-to play call on 3rd down for South Oldham, and it worked yet again.
Yeah, it did. And again, going to Dixon, that's been the guy they went to on every 3rd down, and it comes down to it's coming, but can you stop it? And so far, this Woodford County defense has not been able to stop that play right there, or Anthony Dixon.
Another substitution in for Woodford County as Hayden Smith checks in. There's an injured South Oldham player over on the sideline. They are taking a look at right now, but it is a 1st down for the Dragons. Miles under center, Greenwell the fullback. Hand off to Greenwell and stonewalled right there. Loss of one. Almost taking the snap was their big tight end and defensive end, Josiah McKee, who you've praised on a couple of instances so far in this first half, KJ.
Yeah, and you can just see from here how big of a guy he is. So been a really tough block for this South Oldham offensive line so far and really just causing a lot of ruckus. And again, you've seen most of the success for South Oldham come on the outside runs or passes.
They go behind the sticks here on 2nd down and 11. South Oldham off to a 5-1 start to their season. They started last season 6-1. Option out to Dixon, searches for real estate, tries to cut up field, and he'll be brought down just shy of the sticks by about a half yard.
And when you have two evenly matched teams like this, it comes down to adjustments, and I can see Woodford County making some sort of adjustment to limit that play right there and the success that they've had so far on it.
Jules Davila will check out for South Oldham. And then there's a flag on the play late, and it's going to go on South Oldham, so that will negate that long run by Dixon.
And you just hate when you get holding calls because those are real draft stallers right there. It just puts you in a real tough position, as you're going to see South Oldham here with about a 2nd and I think 22.
There were 2 fouls on South Oldham, so that'll back them all the way up to the 47-yard line of Woodford County. It was a hold and a personal foul.
And if you're South Oldham right here, you just want to play smart football. You don't want to try to get all these yards in one play. You want to still give your team a chance. You don't want to turn the ball over trying to make too big of a play right here.
It is 2nd down and long. 2nd down and 20. Miles running the option. He'll keep it this time and saunter forward for a couple. Get about 5 on the QB keeper. And we go under 8 minutes to play first half.
And that time it looked like he was looking for the option again, but Woodford County did a good job right there taking that away and making Miles have to keep it himself. Looks like it'll bring it to about 3rd and 15 here.
Miles does have over 200 yards rushing this season along with 3 touchdowns. And you would think the game plan here, KJ, would be get about 7, 8. Give yourself a chance here if you do go for it on 4th down to make it a little bit more manageable. Charlie Temple, the lone wideout to the far side. He is joined now by Dickamore in a slot. 3rd down and 14. Timeout, Dennis Johnson in Woodford County.
Timeout, Yellow Jackets.
So Dennis Johnson, the veteran head coach in his 11th season, will call timeout. The former Kentucky Mr. Football in 1997 at Old Harrodsburg High School. Played at Kentucky in the late 90s and in the early 2000s. 3rd-round pick of the Arizona Cardinals in the 2002 NFL Draft, and played a couple of years for the Cardinals, then went a year for the San Francisco 49ers, 65 tackles in 3 years in the NFL, and now people know him as Jasper Johnson's dad, the incoming freshman basketball player for the University of Kentucky.
Yeah, and as you said, he able to play at Kentucky, had a nice career, able to play in the NFL, but known now for his son Jasper because of how much talent that he has playing for the Kentucky Wildcats next year.
He knows the importance of this play.
And you have to know that he has extensive knowledge with how far he's came and playing in the NFL, so I'm pretty sure his guys listen well to him.
Yeah, they brought in Tony McCombs to coach the defense. McCombs and Dennis Johnson go back to know each other in their time in the NFL. McCombs, an outstanding player at EKU. He's in the EKU Hall of Fame. He's now coaching the defense. 3rd down and 14 for South Oldham. Miles dropping back, and he is swarmed down. It's a sack.
And just nowhere to go at all right there. And it looks like number 24, Jalen McKinney, was the first one to get back there and then had some help. But, again, just nowhere to go at all for Miles on that play right there.
It was McKinney leading the charge. Chris Reed also in there to cause chaos, and they just came off the edge and just had nowhere. They went untouched, both McKinney and Reed. And now it is 4th down and forever for South Oldham.
And this is the second drive for South Oldham where they're building a little bit of momentum. They're driving the ball, and then it just ends up stalling out at the end. And it was in part to that holding call, and that just puts the offense in such a tough position once you get 10 yards behind the sticks.
4th and 23 after the 9-yard loss on the sack. And we'll see what the punt snap situation is like here as they have a new punter in Charlie Temple, who will boot it away. And flag or whistle comes down before the
flag on the play.
And there is a flag.
And I think that one was lucky there for South Oldham because it looked like another bad snap that time. This one a little bit low.
Delay a game going against South Oldham.
Delay a game, back them up even more.
And again, it's the penalties and the self-inflicted wounds that's really hurting South Oldham here so far. Seen a bobbled snap, and they gave up 3 points on the punt. Had a holding call on that drive that backs you up, and you have a delay a game here.
So Temple to punt, couple of steps, flag flies again right after as the ball was being snapped. Fair caught, muffed, and South Oldham is on it. Did they recover it?
Flag down at the 41-yard
I
line.
believe South Oldham got back on it, but now we'll have to check the flag.
On the ball, we have to see what the call is.
Well, actually, Woodford County got the ball. It was falling on it was Mikkel Black who had the recovery. Now he checked the penalty marker. So special teams miscue for each side now. We'll see if Woodford County gets a mulligan with the penalty. False start on South Oldham.
Indication is illegal procedure going against South Oldham.
Now after all that, we'll just take it right where it's at. No need to punt it away again. Back South Oldham up even further.
That'll be 5
so they'll 5 yards from the fumble recovery.
Of the fumble recovery, ball is on the 36-yard line.
So now, after we settle all that, here's another low snap, and taking it is Tomlin. He stiff arms a man, goes out to the near side where he is brought down by a shoestring tackle by Anthony Dixon. He got something out of nothing and almost got the first down.
He did a bobble play. Looks like it may have been tackled in the backfield, but able to stiff arm a defender and almost pick up a first down on that play.
8-yard tackle or 8-yard run for Darian Tomlin. Dixon with the tackle. Now over 50 yards on the ground for Darian Tomlin. He's got an offer from Eastern Kentucky and Toledo.
And you're starting to see South Oldham here bring some pressure. See if they can get back there.
Coons rainbows a pass. Open man just off the fingertips of Johnson.
Yeah, and I think he had him right there. Yeah, just a little bit too far. It looks like the safety was caught flat-footed, and that ball just sailed right over the top of his head, just a little bit too far for Johnson as well. And that's that big playability right there. You see, able to beat the defense right there, just unable to connect on the pass.
Coons throws a good ball. I mean, that was pretty much on target. Where he, as if he underthrows it, it's probably going the other way. He threw it to where only his man could get it, but just about a yard too far for Johnson.
Yeah, and a perfect spiral as well, and it looks like he has really light touch on it too.
3rd and short, they go on the ground. Hesitation. Tomlin has the first down, gets inside South territory. And he'll be marked out of bounds at the 49-yard line. 7-yard pickup.
South Oldham just unable to bring Tomlin down here so far. Not a very big game, but still able to break a few tackles and get the first down on that play.
You know what that is? That's a first down.
Woodford County now inside South Oldham territory as they try to add to a 10-0 lead. This Woodford County offense really clicking right now on all cylinders. So they send Grayson Hodge as the lone receiver here to the left side. Ball on the left hash at the South Oldham 49 for the Yellow Jackets. Coons with time to throw. Great job by the offensive line. This time he's got Johnson, and he catches it for a touchdown. The connection works, and it's a 49-yard pass completion to Jalen Johnson for 6.
And again, just getting behind the defense. You see he missed Johnson on the first pass, but able to connect with him right there. Just beating the cornerback right off the line, Andrew Kern, and able to get it in for the touchdown.
Got past his man, and his quarterback found him.
And I really love the concepts they're running right there. When you have a good quarterback like Lemmy Coons that can really throw it, you're able to run more excelled concepts. And you see right there, had the defense in no man's land and getting right behind them.
And now on to attempt the point after will be Cash Wolf. Wolf is 18 of 19 in point after tries here this season. Point after for Wolf.
Low snap.
Splits the uprights, and it's 17-0 Woodford County. That offense coming to life for the Yellow Jackets.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Fox Coons just delivering his 15th touchdown through the air on the season. 3rd and 5A in passing touchdowns, and that is exactly how you draw it up. A beautiful deep connection from Fox Coons to Jalen Johnson as Johnson makes his 3rd touchdown reception on the year. Give him 14 catches now on the season. Little squib kick fielded by Jules Davila on the right side. Now going east-west. Davila slipped and will be brought down by the turf at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to get around the edge there. The turf monster got him and slipped down and fell.
South Oldham, after that 27-0 win over Anderson County, trying to find some offense. They've gotten into Woodford County territory a couple of times, but it's after that when the drive just hits a massive emergency break.
And if you're South Oldham on this drive, you want to get some points. You want to run the clock down. Again, you get the ball to start the second half because you deferred, but you just got to get some type of momentum going and get some type of points on the board so you can get into dangerous territory here.
2 backs behind Adrian Miles. High formation. Miles rolls out to his left. Chucks one up, man, well covered, and a flag flies. It'll be pass interference as they were trying to go for their intended receiver, and Andrew Kern. It was well covered, but I don't know if Elijah Ward ever turned for the ball.
Yeah, and that's where you get caught every time. If you don't turn your head back to the ball, then you're going to get caught for pass interference every time, and that's what we've seen right there.
It is pass interference.
Yeah, he never turned his head there, and that'll be a penalty every time. The 5'9" senior Elijah Ward gifts South Oldham 15 yards.
And the ball is spotted on the 46. First down, Dragons.
Kane Sams has been proud of his team this year, of how they've had to deal through some adversities. They've lost a couple of guys due to some season-ending injuries, and right now they're having to deal with another set of adversity, trailing on the scoreboard for the first time in a long time. So we have a whistle and a stop and play here is to take a look at something's messed up with the chain gang.
That's official timeout.
If you're Coach Sams for South Oldham, this is where you really see your team's resilience and see once they get tested how they're going to come back.
1st and 10 after the pass interference. Ball at the South 46 left hash. Miles, 3-step drop. Now wants to throw it out, and pressure was coming, and the pass too much for his intended target over on the South Oldham sideline. They were looking for Dixon, but it was covered well.
It was, and it looks like Dixon had a double move over there, but good job by that Woodford County defense staying disciplined and staying right there on him.
Mikael Black in coverage, and I like the way that Black used the sideline as another defender. So it was almost like 2 guys were there.
For sure, and that's exactly what your coach teaches you is you got to use the sideline as that extra defender to help you out. Because once you step out of bounds, once the receiver steps out, he's an ineligible receiver to be able to catch the ball.
2nd down and 10 now for the Dragons. Down 17-0. We'll see if they have to go through the air more. They'll go back to the option. Dixon tries to find daylight, and he will bull rush forward inside Yellow Jacket territory. Mark him down at the 47-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup for Dixon.
Again, going back to that same read option play that Woodford County's had a lot of trouble stopping tonight, and it's able to work to perfection again right there.
Greenwell was their leading rusher last week, 14 carries for 68 yards. Haven't seen him a ton here in this first half. He's only got a couple of carries. 3rd down and 3 now for the Dragons inside the Woodford County 47-yard line as we go under 4 minutes to play before we reach halftime. Miles, the lefty, delivers a pass complete short of the stick and brought down. Forward progress didn't get him the first down. Barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
And you knew that they were going to their main guy, Dixon, right there. And I love the creativity with how they're getting him the ball. That time was running a simple out route, but you seen Woodford County sitting right there on it and ready for the short pass and able to stop him, bringing up a 4th and very short here.
Forward progress got him 1, and it'll be 4th down and 2.
4th and 2.
Temple along with Dada, the far side receivers. No receivers to the near side. Jumbo package. This is usually where they get the ball to Greenwell, the fullback. Tuck it, now fake it. Dixon trying to cut up field to the edge to the left side, and he stopped and could not be brought down for the first down. It's a nice tackle by Woodford County, and South Oldham turns it over on downs.
And I think everybody in the building knew exactly what play was coming and who the ball was going to. And again, that time the Woodford County defense sitting right on the play right there and ready for Dixon.
And he kind of ran into Jules Davila too a little bit. That halted the momentum of Anthony Dixon.
And that was a good job by the defender right there, also forcing Dixon back to the inside. And that's what you're always taught, is you want to force a guy back inside where your help is at. And perfect example right there, forcing him inside, and a good game tackle right there.
Woodford County with 2:43 before halftime. Now in a great spot here. Coons, little toss in over the head of Tomlin. It wasn't fully turned around, and it goes a little bit high for Darian Tomlin.
He had a little bit too much mustard on the ball right there. Just looking for Tomlin right there in the flat route.
This is Woodford County's first game in 2 weeks. They had a bye last week, and then on September 19th, they played a team from Florida. Played Heritage High in Florida, down in the Orlando area. Won 35-17. Never trailed in that game. Scored less than 2 minutes in.
And I love how Woodford County plays a variety of teams. They played a team from Florida, Ohio, and also Tennessee.
Yeah, even played a team from California last year, too. On the 2nd down and 10, pass slant, complete to Grayson Hodge.
Yeah, Hodge doing a good job finding that hole right there in the middle of the defense. And Coons, we're really seeing his throwing ability. He's been right on the money, whether it's been short passes or deep passes.
Grayson Hodge, 6th in 5A in receiving yards. Coons back to pass again, complete to Tomlin. Tomlin along the right side, and he is brought down hard out of bounds by South Oldham's second leading tackler, Nate McLeese. Last week, he had 13 tackles.
And this time, you see Tomlin ready for the pass right there and keeping the chains moving, able to pick up a big game right there.
We'll call it 8 on the play. Bring up
Ball will be spotted at the 34-yard line, an 8-yard pickup. On 1st down and 10, brings up 2nd down and 2. 2:20 to play before we reach halftime.
And you can see South Oldham bringing some pressure again. As you see number 11, Charlie Temple, creeping up towards the line. And I think you can expect Woodford County to switch into something else here. Let's see the audible they call.
See how much clock they run, too. See if they give South Oldham another shot. They go for the deep ball. Pass is juggled and caught for a touchdown. It was underthrown by just a fraction, but coming back to make the catch was Amari Jointer, the end zone machine.
And just so many weapons here for this Woodford County offense. And when you have a guy like Lemmy Coons that can really throw the ball and get it to all his guys, I mean, the sky's the limit for this offense here.
For a touchdown, Yellow Jacket.
And we're seeing every bit of why Lemmy Coons had over 1,200 passing yards coming into this game and one of the top passers in 5A.
Closing in on 2,000 yards in his career. And they've had the big plays tonight. 49-yard pass earlier for a touchdown. This one for 34 for Amari Jointer. Wolf on for the point after. And it is good. And it is all Woodford County, 24-0, pitching a shutout with 2 minutes to play before halftime.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Fox Coons has been brilliant with 2 passing touchdowns on the night, give him 16 on the year now. And he delivered a pass to Amari Jointer, who had 23 catches last year, KJ, 10 for touchdowns.
And that just shows just a big play guy. Whenever you're getting the ball to him, he's liable to take it for a touchdown.
They will go with another squib here. Be fielded by South Oldham. Fielding that one, Kalade Dada.
Wolf's squib kick is recovered by number 8, Dada.
Well, I think we both thought coming into this game that it would be a competitive matchup, and Woodford County has just laid the first punch.
They have, and I think this is what we expected from this Woodford County offense. It's just the South Oldham offense just hasn't been able to complete any drives and put up any points just yet. Really good job by the Woodford County defense so far.
And this drive, critical for the Dragons to try to get something going. Remember, they get the ball coming out of the second half, so they could do a 2-for-1 here real quick. Anthony Dixon dashes forward along the left side, using that offensive line. Sam Dawson there on that offensive line, creating a lot of open space for the Dragons.
And Dixon, a guy we've seen do it just about all tonight. We've seen him on jet sweeps. We've seen him on short drag routes. We've seen him on double moves down the field. Again, I like the creativity with the way that South Oldham gets him the ball.
Now under 2 minutes to play. Taking a little bit of time here on 2nd down and 5 after the 5-yard pickup. We'll see if the pace intensifies here as this drive comes a little bit further along. They'll send Davila in motion, now lined up to the right. Adrian Miles rolls out to his right, throws a pass, and almost intercepted. There were 2 intended targets there, Davila or Dixon, and he kind of put it right in the middle of both.
He did, yeah. Luckily, that one wasn't an interception because that one would have really gave Woodford County a chance to put this game all the way out of reach for South Oldham to come back. It looked like number 4, Elijah Wood, on the coverage right there and almost coming up with the pick.
Last week, the only touchdown for South Oldham in the first half was a 60-yard punt return for a touchdown. It was a 7-0 game at halftime. The Dragons trying to find some offense for a team that averages 28.5 points per game. Here in 2025, 3rd down and 5. Handoff to Dixon. Dixon along the left side and wrapped down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
On the handoff is
again, there's nothing going on that play right there. Looking for the jet sweep and trying to get to the outside, but defense doing a good job with leverage and keeping that outside contained.
Minute 10, clock is stopped on a timeout to the Yellow Jackets. So they will try to make South Oldham punt it away to them, and they want to try to add insult to injury here in this first half.
And with how explosive Woodford County's offense is, a minute and 10, that's plenty of time. And when you have a guy like Lemmy Coons with the arm the way that he does, I think that if they get the ball back, they definitely can put more points up on the board here.
And they do have 1 timeout remaining. South Oldham does have a couple at their disposal. Well, Dennis Johnson has been on both ends of the spectrum. He's been so close to making Kroger Field in that state championship. He's been on an 0-11 team. He's been on a 13-0 team. And there's a lot of expectations on this Woodford County team to get deep in the playoffs and make that first trip to Kroger Field that it's eluded them for so many years that they've been a very good football team.
They have, and as we said earlier, this South Oldham team, the only team to give them a loss in the regular season last year. So last year was a team that definitely had high expectations, unable to get it done last year, but I think they definitely have the ability, the players to get it done this year.
South Oldham will use one of their 2 timeouts remaining, so each team down to 1 timeout now as they put together something here to try to pin Woodford County back deep. Well, in the loss last year to South Oldham, it was not the passing game that failed the Yellow Jackets. They threw for 253 yards, but were held to just 56 yards rushing. And it's been a great mixture so far here tonight with a long run by Darian Tomlin. They've had 2 deep pass completions that have resulted in touchdowns. And they are about as balanced of an offense as you will find in the state of Kentucky.
They are, but they're a little bit of an anomaly because normally you need the run game to open up the pass, but as you said in their playoff game last year, over 250 yards passing, but barely over 50 yards rushing, so they don't really need the run game to open up the pass, but it definitely complements their passing game.
And now out of the timeout, South Oldham's going to go for it here. A gamble for Kane Sams, and Woodford County's Dennis Johnson will use their final timeout, trying to catch them off guard.
Yeah, and really a double-edged sword here for South Oldham, because if you don't get this, then you give the ball right to Woodford County in great field position, but if you punt it back to Woodford County, they have such an explosive offense, they could still drive the ball down the field and put up some more points.
Do you punt now?
I would say punt it. In my opinion, I think punt it, because, I mean, at least if you punt, they still have to drive the field, but if you give them the ball right here at the 35, 40-yard line, I mean, you're almost guaranteed to give up some points. But
I think that was just to try to catch Woodford County off guard.
Yeah, and I think they definitely did. You seen how mad Coach Johnson was. It looked like they were lined up in the punt return formation.
Well, Miles is coming back out. 4th down and 6, and if they do indeed go for it, this will be a big gamble.
It will. And I mean, down 24-0 on the road. I mean, you don't have too much to lose here. You might as well.
Dixon in motion. Miles dropping back. Hit as he throws, and it's overthrown. He was intended for Temple, and too much, and the pressure there forced the pass to be thrown a little bit earlier than Miles wanted to.
Again, now you're giving the ball right back to a great offense with a ton of momentum at the 35-yard line. And this could really put you in a hole at halftime here.
At the 36-yard line. With a minute 6
been really impressed with the defensive line for Woodford County all game long. They have won that battle easily over a very big and powerful South Oldham O-line.
They have, and also, you also have to tip your hat off to Coach Johnson. Excellent scouting and really taking away what South Oldham likes to do on offense.
Can Woodford County add another one? That'll be a good start as they go with a quick little in route over to the sideline. Pass was complete to Kale Rytar.
Complete to Rytar.
Again, just pitch and catch right there. No one really around and able to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
17th reception of the year for Rytar. He has 3 touchdowns on the year. 1 minute to play here in the first half. Woodford County leading 24-0. Coons flush from the pocket. Little dump out to Tomlin. One-on-one tackle in open field will be made by South Oldham, but that line continues to push forward for another yard.
Looks like for about 3 or so
This is the first
yards.
Woodford County game I've done this year, but I just have to say how impressed I've been with Lemmy Coons' arm, the touch he has in the ball. Really an amazing quarterback.
Really getting full-time snaps. He was in there some last year and almost intercepted. He tried to throw over the middle, and almost coming with a pick was Nate McLeese.
And that's another play where South Oldham almost had a turnover, but just unable to come up with it. And plays like that you have to make. They were almost able to catch a pick, and when Woodford County had the ball in the red zone earlier in the first quarter, but unable to come away with that one. And when you're on the road, especially in a game like this, those are plays you have to come away with.
That'll be one McLeese will certainly think twice about. 3rd down and 7 with 34 seconds remaining. Coons out of the shotgun, goes over the middle of the field once again. It's a slant, and it's caught for a touchdown. Grayson Hodge.
And that one right there, this excellent precision right there from Lemmy Coons, and then also great strong hands from Grayson Hodge right there. Had a defender draped all over his back, but able to haul that one in and get another touchdown here before halftime.
Third touchdown of the game for Coons. Fourth of the year for Grayson Hodge.
This Woodford County offense has looked unstoppable here tonight.
And much like they did in the first quarter, with less than a half-minute remaining, they put points on the board.
I don't think anybody's expecting this turnout here tonight.
Certainly not I.
It's good.
Wolf's extra point is up and good. He is a perfect kicker on the night. That is his third extra point. And Woodford County, just like that, 31 first half points.
And then we're on the verge of having a running clock here. If South Oldham's unable to score any more points and this Woodford County offense continues at the pace they're at, then we'll be at a running clock on the next score. And again, just not the outcome that I was expecting here tonight. I expected a pretty close competition, but Woodford County rolling on all cylinders every phase of the game. Been excellent on defense. Have held a shutout on offense. I think they scored on every possession they've had.
It's been a clinic for Woodford County so far, as they have now scored 31 points or more in their last 8 games dating back to last season. They've scored 31 or more every game here in 2025. Here's a little onside kick, and Woodford County is going to come up with it. They're going to have another gift. With 24 seconds left, ball will be at the 40-yard line as they recover the onside kick.
And it looks like number 20, Jordan Diallo, able to get on that one and just catching South Oldham completely off guard. And yeah, they could really take control of this game right here if they're able to score another touchdown before the half. In 24 seconds, that's plenty of time for them.
On the 40-yard line.
Jordan Diallo, 5'9" senior, coming up with the onside kick recovery. 24 seconds, no timeouts for Woodford County, but when you have the arm of Coons, anything is possible. Coons throws over the middle, man, in, just out of the reach of Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, and that one was right there. You seen the seam route right there, and it was wide open down the middle of the field. You see South Oldham running a cover 2, and the safeties playing over to the outside, leaving that middle of the defense completely wide open. And I think that's a throw that Lemmy Coons like to have back.
Here over the last couple of drives, seemed like that slant over the middle has been the go-to for Woodford County.
Yeah, because you're seeing, again, South Oldham playing with 2 safeties, and, again, that just leaves the middle of the defense completely wide open.
20 seconds, second down and 10, ball from the South 40. Coons throws, deep ball, trying to go for the end zone and broken up. Well covered there by Anthony Dixon.
Coons pass.
Yeah, looks like he was looking for his guy, Omari Joyner, on the play right there. A guy that's already scored here tonight. And the receivers and the quarterback here for Woodford County, they just complement each other so good. You have a guy like Jalen Johnson and Omari Joyner that can catch the ball and make big plays, and then you have a nice running back, Darian Tomlin, that can break off for a long one at any point as well.
13.9 seconds left. 2 more tries to the end zone. Is that what you think?
I'm thinking so, and I'm a bit shocked that South Oldham isn't playing a deeper cover.
4 receivers, 2 each way. They come with the blitz. Coons flushed out, rolls to the right, throws over the middle, and tripping a little bit was Tomlin. Pass was overthrown just by about 1.5 yards, but he was trying to find Tomlin there, and now with 7 seconds, they'll have it 4th down and 10.
And it looks like he was looking for Tomlin on the halfback seam right there. Did a rollout to get the defense to shift a little bit, and then looking for him. And again, the middle of the defense wide open right there. And I'm surprised again that South Oldham isn't playing some sort of prevent defense to keep from connecting on the deep shots here.
Yeah, you look at the receivers, and there's a lot of separation that these receivers have been able to get of the secondary for South Oldham. So here's probably the last play of the 4th quarter. They will go pass complete. With 3 seconds left, they will get just past the sticks
Pass is complete to
Joyner.
And that time you do see South Oldham playing a bit of a deep coverage right there. And Lemmy Coons making the correct play right there. That's finding his guy, Joyner, on the outside. Pick up a few more yards, make this one a little bit easier of a pass here to get to the end zone.
So a 10-yard pickup there. They do get the 1st down, and now this will be the last play of the half.
And again, the middle of that field wide open, and I expect them to try some sort of route to get there again.
And they get it to the end zone. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws, and it is almost intercepted. They went for the end zone, and breaking up the pass was the secondary of South Oldham. Nice play by Jake Elder, who got the pass breakup there. But it was all Woodford County in half number one, 31-0 in a shocker of a first half here in Versailles.
I think everyone's here, but even Woodford County fans, I think they expected this South Oldham team to put up a little bit more of a fight here tonight.
Well, that is the first half. Both teams will go to the locker room and regroup. When we come back, we will have the halftime report for you right here on Glycott.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware at 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.seminin.com. Seminin Realtors, always one step ahead.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man of War Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryant Road in Lexington.
We're at halftime here in Versailles, Kentucky on another Friday night here in Central Kentucky for some high school football. 31-0 Woodford County leads South Oldham alongside the former state champ KJ Jones. I'm Wes Chandler, and we thought that this would be a very competitive first half. It did not turn out that way. It was the complete opposite. What did Woodford County do well in that first half to lay the first punch against South Oldham?
I don't think they did anything special. I think they just played their style of football. They're a big, explosive play team, and as you've seen, Darian Tomlin on the first drive right there, breaking for the long run, something he's done throughout the season. And then again, they're just a big play team, and they've been making big plays. I think the big thing is just their defense. They really stepped up. The preparation has been great, and hats off to Coach Dennis Johnson. He had his team ready, and again, they're taking away everything that the South Oldham team likes to do.
Go inside the South Oldham locker room now. Big plays hurt tremendously the Dragons in the first half. A 42-yard touchdown, a 49-34, another one of 20. How do you limit big plays?
And that's a really tough question there. And when you're playing a team as talented as this Woodford County team, there's no true answer to that, because, again, you try to take away the run and you play up, and then you're giving yourself up to deep passes down the field. And then, again, you start to play more coverage. You bring more DBs on the field. You take away the deep pass, and then that opens you up to the big run, as you've seen Darian Tomlin break away. So I don't think there's truly an answer to that, and it's showing here tonight that you can't really stop that.
For Woodford County, their quarterback, Fox Coons, almost perfect in the first half. And he's got those intangibles that you just can't coach. Obviously, he's got a good arm, got good size, too, at quarterback. And the way his offensive line has got protection, he's had time to throw. Just all sides of the offense for Woodford County clicking on all cylinders in the first half. What's been most impressive for you for the Yellow Jackets?
I would say, again, the offensive line, as you said, giving him time back there. Everything starts with the line of scrimmage, whether it's the defensive line or the offensive line. And if the offensive line can block, give their quarterback some time, then he can find players down the field. And if they can hold their blocks in the run game also, it breaks open big runs for Darian Tomlin to break open big runs. So I think it's really that offensive line that's really the stars of tonight that's really getting this offense going.
On the bottom of your screen, you see some scores from around Central Kentucky as well. Tonight's scoreboard is presented by Don Franklin Auto, driven by family. When KJ and I return, we'll have more halftime coverage here from Versailles, as it is the Yellow Jackets leading 31-0 over the Dragons of South Oldham.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road. Our rules. Let's ride.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900, or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. LaGrange Service Center, providing quality car care for more than 60 years. And by Clementine's Car Wash, LaGrange's 24/7 touchless car wash.
A gargantuan of a first half for Woodford County as they lead it 31-0 over South Oldham. And alongside the former state champ KJ Jones, I'm Wes Chandler as we continue our halftime coverage here. And KJ, when you look at 5A, it's one of the more competitive districts and classes in the state of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. There were only 2 teams entering play this week that were undefeated, one being Madisonville North Hopkins, the other being South Laurel. They were the only undefeated teams left in 5A. The other 2, there were 6 one-loss teams. Both of these teams were the one-loss category. Scott County, Collins, North Laurel, South Oldham, Woodford County, and Atherton, the only one-loss teams in 5A. Just shows you the huge depth in 5A and why it is so competitive.
Yeah, and it's always good when you have teams that are that close. And I mean, these teams, they're just evenly matched teams. I mean, these 2 teams, both one-loss teams, but we haven't had a competitive game here tonight. But again, in 5A, the teams they're a lot closer, and it makes for more competitive matchups. But I mean, again, I thought this would be more competitive here tonight, but it is a lot of competition here in this district in particular and in 5A as well.
District 6 consisting of Scott County, South Oldham, Collins, Woodford County, and Anderson County. And they are, this district, KJ, I did my research. I do my homework around here. They are only one of 2 districts in the state that has 3 teams with 5 or more wins. This district right here, 5A, District 6, and the other being in Class 2A. But it shows you that there's, from top to bottom, Anderson County's 3-3 on the year. They're 0-1. They dropped that game last week to South Oldham. But in a lot of districts, Anderson County would be that second or third best team. Not the case in this district. It just shows you the depth of this district. Well, that's going to put a wrap on it here for our halftime show as we see what the second half has in store for us, as it is Woodford County up comfortably 31-0 over South Oldham at halftime. When KJ and I return, we will have the start of the second half from Versailles.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Looking for a partner that delivers big results with a small business touch? Meet Strat BPO, a joint venture combining 49 years of federal contracting experience with the agility of being woman-owned. We provide scalable business process outsourcing and contact center solutions with top-tier compliance and people-first service. We are 400-plus employees strong, ISO certified, and FSMA compliant. Now hiring in Clark County, bringing 400 new jobs and a bold commitment to community growth. Strat BPO, small business certified, large business proven.
We're big fans here in Kentucky of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Win big with 0% financing on 2025 Sorrentos or lease for just $299 a month. Or the fan favorite 2025 Kia Sportage with 0% financing or lease for just $249 a month. Or touchdown with game-winning savings on new Kia Seltos and Kia K4. Your choice, just $222 a month.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence.
Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Before we start the second half, let's take a look at the first half scoring summary presented by Carpenters Local 1650. Build your winning career today. Visit carpenters.com for more information. Well, like last week, it took less than 2 minutes for Woodford County to get on the board as they scored 1:07 into the game on a 42-yard touchdown run by Darian Tomlin as he goes over 500 yards on the season. With that run, give him 8 rushing touchdowns now in 2025. Cash Wolf had the extra point, made it 7-0 Woodford County. They would not stop there. 21 seconds to play in the first quarter. They would go for 3. This time it was a 25-yard field goal from Cash Wolf. The freshman converts on his second field goal of the season, and that made it 10-0 right there at the end of the first quarter. We would go to the second, 10-0 Woodford County. Then 4:43 left in that second stanza. It would be a 49-yard touchdown pass to Jalen Johnson from Fox Coons, the first passing touchdown of the first half for Coons. Jalen Johnson with the reception. That was the third receiving touchdown of the year for Johnson. Wolf's extra point made it 17-0. Less than 2.5 minutes later, Woodford County would get it right back, and they would go through the air again to Amari Jointer, this time from 34 yards out, as Jointer hauled in the reception. That was his 6th touchdown of the season and his 16th over the last year and a half. And with 2:13 to play in the first half, Woodford County led it 24-0. They would go for a squib kick, get the ball back, and then through the air once again, the third of 3 touchdown passes in the first half from Fox Coons to this time to Grayson Hodge, the leading receiver on the year and 6th in 5A in receiving yards. 20 yards out to Grayson Hodge. Wolf's extra point with 28 seconds left in the second quarter made it 31-0 Woodford County, and they have now scored 31 points in 8 straight games dating back to 2024. And nothing for South Oldham that they could get going. Adrian Miles was hurried on numerous occasions there in the first half. Anthony Dixon did look good with that option on some plays, but then also some others, they wrapped it up pretty well. So I'm interested to see how South Oldham comes out of this locker room. You know, they had a very heart-to-heart conversation in there in that locker room just moments ago.
For sure, and I'm also excited to see the different adjustments that were made. Again, they were doing a good job hurrying up Adrian Miles on that in the first half, and then just keying in on Dixon because that was the main guy that they were going to on just about every third down. It's the guy that they were looking for, and he was just our main workhorse. The only really positive thing they had on offense during the first half. So I'm just excited to see the different ways that they're maybe going to get Dixon the ball or try to get the other guys involved as well.
Yeah, this score not really indicating that these two teams are to the top 10 in 5A. When you look at Woodford County, if you look at RPI, Woodford County 9th in Class 5A, but 4th in their own district. And South Oldham, 1 spot ahead. They are 8th in 5A. 2 teams in front of them, Scott County and Collins in their own district. It will be South Oldham to get the ball first. Woodford County did have an onside kick there late in the second half. So we'll see how they attempt it here. They haven't really, the only kick that they had go deep was that opening initial kickoff. Everything else has been a squib, and South Oldham is wanting to have guys in the right position here. They think that something trickery is coming here, so they will send a player on there in a new position. That'll be Jake Elder to try to come up with something if Woodford County does try to catch them off guard here.
And I think they learned their lesson from that onside kick there in the first half. And, yeah, better to be safe than sorry. So, again, playing all the guys pretty close up here.
Cash Wolf, the freshman, will kick it away for the Yellow Jackets, and this time it will go pretty deep, but the ball hits at the 22, fielded by Temple right there, and Charlie Temple goes up to the 30, brought down at the 34-yard line. 12-yard return for Charlie Temple, who's been pretty quiet here in this first half, like much of his teammates.
Number 26, Jesse Duncan.
And here, if you're South Oldham, you just want to come out, just get something established. They were able to put together some good drives there in the first half, just unable to capitalize off of them. So, again, you want to put together another nice drive here, but just get some points, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown.
Jackson Lanham, the center, 6'1" junior for South Oldham. Miles, the quarterback, one back to each side. Hand off to Greenwell. He motors forward along the right side. Good push there by South Oldham, and that is exactly what you want as Greenwell gets 9 on 1st down and 10.
And, yeah, that's something that we didn't see at all in the first half. Just no running room at all for Greenwell there, but able to pick up a good gain here on the first play of the second half.
Great push there by Silas Kennedy, the right tackle, along with Nolan Jett.
And if you're able to start getting the run game going, that'll eventually open up the pass. So let's see if they can continue with that run and continue to create some holes for Greenwell here.
2nd down and 1. Fake the handoff to Greenwell. Pitch it over to Dixon. He'll have the first down inside Woodford County territory. Not to be denied. Anthony Dixon with his biggest run of the night as he gets shoved out of bounds. Past the 30-yard line and actually mark it inside the 25 for Anthony Dixon as he goes for big chunks of yardage there on that run.
And there goes that read option play that Woodford County had a bunch of trouble stopping, and I was expecting Coach Johnson to make some kind of adjustment to stop that play, but again, we're seeing it work to perfection.
Ball is on the Woodford County 35.
29-yard pickup for Anthony Dixon. See if South Oldham can put together something. Here's a quick pass complete to Davila. He gets some blockers. Flag flies. And Davila brought down inside the 30 by Woodford County. Now we'll check the penalty markers.
And it looks like we're going to get a block in the back here. And
Davila.
Just a hard penalty right there. Again, that's going to kind of stall the drive after you're moving the ball so well.
It came right at that spot where you would have a block in the back or a hold. And it is a block in the back like you called, KJ.
Call is going against South Oldham. It's a block in the back.
And if you see the guy's number on his back, you just got to stay away from him there.
It's a 10-yard penalty from the original line of scrimmage.
Imagine that's where just instincts kick in. You just want to try to lead the way.
It's like I know you want to help your running back, got to help him get some more yards, but then you just end up hurting the team, knocking you back to a 1st and 20 here.
3 receivers to the left, ball on the right hash. Fumbled, the Greenwell could not get back on it. Ball is still loose, and South Oldham eventually gets it, but I think they're going to give it to the Dragons at the 45, where Greenwell initially got back on it there at the last moment.
We'll have to see what the call is.
That exchange between Miles and Greenwell not entirely clean, as Greenwell never had it fully in his grasp as he went for the carry that time.
And Greenwell just unable to get a clean grasp on it, and a little bit weird of a play here as you've seen the ball roll back to about the 50 and seen South Oldham land on it, but they're going to give it back to him at the 44-yard line.
They will send 3 receivers out once again to the left. 1st down and 19 for South Oldham. They are inside Woodford County territory. High snap, quick lateral out to Dixon. Dixon trying to motor forward. He will to the 40. Pick up of a little bit there for Anthony Dixon, a 4-yard variety on the pass completion at him.
And a good job getting this defense moving laterally as you see him getting the screen passes going. You've seen him with a screen pass to the right and this time with a screen pass to the left there to Dixon. And again, just keeping the defense on the toes because they've done a good job clogging up the middle, so just keep him moving from sideline to sideline.
Dixon averaging 31 yards receiving per game to go with his 84 on the ground. Second down and 15. South Oldham will give the ball to Greenwell as he looks for some blockers, and he'll get up past the original line of scrimmage down inside the 35. He'll go down at the 33.
Another solid run right there from Greenwell, just something you did not see at all in the first half. Again, they were clogging up all the holes right there, but it looks like they're starting to open up a little bit more for Greenwell, and he's starting to see some light and some running room.
7-yard pickup for Cole Greenwell. Didn't see him a lot in the first half. Getting more carries here. So that'll bring up third down and 7.
32-yard line.
And I would think that Coach Sams is maybe switching up the blocking patterns to create some more open running lanes for Greenwell here.
Davila in motion. They'll hand it off to Greenwell, and he'll be lassoed down. First to initiate the contact was Jalen McKinney, the linebacker.
A little bit shocked with the play call there to go with a run on the 3rd and long right there, but bringing up about a 4th and 5 here.
They'll bring up 4th down.
And this is the same position that they were finding themselves in a lot in the first half, having a good drive, and then once they're getting close, just stalling out. Let's see if they can change the script here and convert here on the 4th down and keep this drive moving and potentially put up some points here.
Yeah, pretty far for a field goal. In fact, South Oldham has not attempted a field goal this season. So 4th down and 5. And they are going to go for here at the Woodford County 30-yard line.
And you see Dixon moving in motion. You know they're going to get the ball to him in some way. Looks like maybe an illegal motion here.
Was there a flag? I don't see one on the field.
It looks like the ref on the far side over there. I think maybe threw one.
That's a long way over there.
And actually an offside, so yeah, that'll help out.
So a gift. So it was 4th and 5, and that'll be a automatic first down.
And for South Oldham, you'll take it any way you can get it. Again, this is where a lot of their drives started to stall out, and you see just how mad Coach Johnson is down there, because that's just a self-inflicted wound, and you've done such a good job stopping him, and then you just give that one to him for free.
He is furious, having a conversation with himself. South Oldham, a lot of traffic there, and that defensive line once again able to push through the line, and nothing there for Adrian Miles.
Again, just running in the teeth of that defense, and this is a really good defensive front for Woodford County, and they've shown why they're such a good defense here tonight.
It'll bring up 2nd down 11.
Pitching a shutout so far. They allow 21 points per game on average, but this has by far been the best performance by their defense here in 2025. Their defense scored a couple of touchdowns last game against Heritage in Florida. So their defense has had a nice little 2 or 3 week stint. Be 2nd down and 11 after a loss of 1 there on the run by Miles. Ball at the 26, pitch out to Dixon, and a whistle and a flag, this time on the near side. False start on South Oldham.
False start going against South Oldham.
Some of the self-inflicted wounds starting to show up here for South Oldham again. I've seen them with the block in the back a few plays ago, and now with the false start, and that's just something you have to clean up to get a chance to get back in this game here tonight.
On the 31, that'll bring up 2nd down 16.
And just when you had the ball right around the red zone, going backwards.
It's like they're doing good until they cross midfield and start getting into territory, and it's like this mistakes start popping up.
Taking up a lot of time here in this 3rd quarter, but they want to get points on the board. Pitch out to Dixon. He breaks through an initial wall, and a great run by Anthony Dixon. He just went 0 to 60 in about 0.5 that time, and he's a little slow getting up at the end of that run.
You just have to hope that he's going to be okay, because he's really been the workhorse here tonight for South Oldham.
And there's also an injured Woodford County player as well. So we'll take a timeout to take a look at the injured players, one on each side. South Oldham looking for their first points of the game here on this drive.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Dragons.
Wyatt Peters, the injured player for Woodford County, and Anthony Dixon, the injured Dragon there. Both are up and over to their respective sidelines. Reminding you, if you own a business and would like to find out more about corporate partnerships on Glycod and our free-to-watch high school athletics platform, please drop us a note at info@glycod.com.
Get your tickets now for half the pot.
So it'll be 3rd down and 4 now here at the 19 of Woodford. South Oldham in desperate need of a touchdown here. Handoff, Greenwell, and they will wrap him up. Cade Gillum, the bandit.
To Greenwell.
We've seen him have a few okay runs here in the second half, but that Woodford County defense starting to step it up again and starting to shut that run game completely down.
3rd and a half tackle for a loss in 2025.
21-yard line. It'll bring up
4th
4th
leading
down.
tackler on the year for the Yellow Jackets. And here's a 4th down situation, and South Oldham is going to go for it, down 31-0. They've already had a turnover on downs tonight.
And it'll be even tougher 4th down to convert without their star Anthony Dixon on the field right now.
It's all Greenwell in the backfield. They will fake the handoff to Greenwell, get it to Davila, and a great tackle there by Woodford County, meeting him right when he got the pitch. It was a perfect tackle by Neo Davis-Jones.
Excellent tackling, again, like you just said right there, and again, going with that same fullback fake quarterback option, but ready for it that time.
Yellow Jackets will take over right there on downs, 1st and 10.
This Woodford County defense, that's been the ultimate bend but don't break defense all game long, and now they can really chew up some of this clock with a 31-point lead. An electric offense on the field once again, getting the handoff this time, and a great play by South Oldham, able to get in the backfield. Nate McLeese, he almost took the handoff.
And just a linebacker blitz right there, just coming through unblocked, timed it up perfectly, and able to get the stop back there in the backfield. A real big hit laid by him, too.
Loss of 5 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down, 15.
5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. It's all South Oldham. They scored less than 2 minutes in and never looked back.
And again, you can see South Oldham bringing pressure again. It looks like McLeese and Dickamore bringing a little bit of pressure. Let's see what they decide to audible out of and run here.
Woodford County taking a lot of time here on 2nd down and 14. Coons through the air, man open, Johnson inside midfield. He's all the way down inside South Oldham territory.
His pass is complete.
And just right down the seam right there. And again, the middle of the defense has just been that weak spot here for South Oldham. And Jalen Johnson running right down, and again, pitch and catch with him and Coons putting it right on the money, hitting his receiver right in stride. And as a receiver, you can't ask for a better pass than that.
48 yards to Johnson. Here's an open running attempt by Aiden Powell, running back, the sophomore, getting some carries here in this 3rd quarter. But once again, KJ, it's the big plays. This one, another one on that recent pass completion, another over 40 yards.
And McLeese had that big hit on 1st down, and then just wiping that play away with a big seam route right there to Jalen Johnson.
Last play, bring up 2nd down.
7-yard pickup on the ground to Powell. Be 2nd down and a short 3 now. They go back on the ground to
Powell, the ball carrier once again.
And their 3rd option starting to get some good yardage here, as we've seen mostly Tomlin and Ryan Brown with the carries.
Tackle is by number 9.
And yeah, now Powell starting to get some room going.
Powell just over 100 yards rushing here on the season.
1st down.
He does have 4 rushing touchdowns on the year, 4 of the 13 that they had on the ground coming into this game. And if Woodford County punches it in here, we would have a running clock for the duration of the ball game. This time they go on the end around to Grayson Hodge. He goes up the seam, breaking tackles left and right. Grayson Hodge goes all the way down to the 11-yard line. A 10-yard pickup for Grayson Hodge.
Some really strong running right there from Hodge. You see them running the jet sweep into the boundary, and he's able to cut it up inside and run over a few South Oldham defenders for the first down.
Got so many playmakers on this Woodford County team that it's easy to forget some guys like Hodge.
It is. There's so many different weapons they can hit you with from all across the field. And, again, they have so many guys that can run the ball, so many guys that can catch the ball. It's just really hard to stop and game plan for.
Coons, quick pass, complete over on the far side. Johnson waltz in for another touchdown.
And as you see right there, Oldham they're playing a little bit off because they've been getting hit on the deep passes, and that's when you see them take the screen pass right there and just able to walk that one right in untouched.
11-yard touchdown to Jalen Johnson, his second of the night. And that's just such a burdensome on a defense when you have to be aware of the deep ball, but also those quick screen passes and get your athletes the ball. My goodness, what a performance by Woodford County tonight. Wolf on for the point after. He's perfect tonight, and that will continue. We'll take a timeout. Woodford County adds to their lead. Second touchdown of the night by Jalen Johnson.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
4 touchdowns through the air for Fox Coons tonight. Give him 18 on the year now, compared to just 4 interceptions. And it'll be a kick that will be going out of bounds. It was very close to being touched by Charlie Temple. So free kick out of bounds here for Woodford County.
And this second half really a mirror image of the first half, as you see Oldham County moving the ball down the field and then just stalling Woodford County, getting the ball back and just driving the ball right down the field. A few explosive plays, mixing a little bit of run with the pass.
Ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line for South Oldham. I think some on the Woodford County sideline thought that Temple may have touched that ball. .234 remaining in quarter 3. And off, going to Dixon. A lot of east-west running. Now Dixon cuts upfield, and there's real estate for Anthony Dixon. He provides a big play for the Dragons, and it is exactly what they needed, a 65-yard touchdown run by Anthony Dixon to get them on the board.
And he was bound to break one at some point tonight. Again, just getting around that edge, and the Woodford County defense is not prepared on that play, and see him able to break a big one.
Mr. Referee, is it a running clock? Thank you.
A one-play drive and a 65-yard touchdown run by Anthony Dixon gives him 7 now on the year.
Maybe a little bit too little too late, but you still love to see them at least get some points on the board, and that's a well-deserved touchdown from Anthony Dixon for how much he's had the ball tonight.
Well, he's certainly one that can have that big play, and South Oldham will go for 2 and not get it. Woodford County's defense, minus that one play just moments ago, has been sensational as Miles had to just take it and try to hide for cover.
And Chris Reed landed a big hit on Miles on that failed attempt right there.
Miles just bobbled it. The snap was good. He just bobbled it. So with 2:22 remaining, it's 38-6.
Looks like Coach Johnson put in a few of the reserves on that possession as well, and I think that's one that'll still get to him because as a coach, you want to have that shutout.
We had a 60-yard touchdown last week in the 27-0 win over Anderson County. It was a punt return. This time he goes for 65 yards on the ground. Now closing in on 600 yards in 2025 on the ground, averaging 84 yards per game. Took all of 12 seconds. Now we still have a running clock, even though the margin is under 35 that you need for the running clock. And it doesn't matter if South Oldham scores 21 points in a row, it would still be a running clock. The kick return fielded by Elijah Ward as he saunters forward. There's a hole for Elijah Ward. Elijah Ward is going to take this one all the way for a touchdown. It's a kick return for a touchdown, and the Jackets sting the Dragons.
And the siege is parted right there for Ward. Didn't think he had a chance right there, but able to take it all the way. Really shot off his breakaway speed right there. And back-to-back big plays. You've seen the jet sweep, and now we have the kickoff return for a touchdown.
I can't write down these plays fast enough. Kick return for a touchdown by Elijah Ward, the senior, the 5'9" star, getting it done on special teams.
It may not be a close game here on the scoreboard. We've seen a ton of exciting big plays here tonight.
Wolf on to attempt the point after. It is up, and it is good. Cash Wolf has been perfect tonight. Makes it 45-6. Wow. We have had 3 touchdowns in 36 seconds.
If you're a football fan, I'm pretty sure you're loving this right here. Woodford County said, you can score fast, we can score faster.
Special teams getting it done that time for Woodford County. It's 45-6, just like that.
If you're South Oldham, you have to be watching out for the onside kick again here.
And there's a squib, and it goes through the legs of the initial man trying to gobble it up. That was Jake Elder, but South Oldham does get it back.
Squib kick is recovered.
So South Oldham now has it.
Dada.
They will go back on the field. Dixon returns. Miles in there.
Ball is spotted on the 34-yard line to be 1st and 10, Dragons.
2 receivers for South Oldham going out to the far side. First time in for Colin Dropla, a 5'10" wide receiver, junior. And off to Anthony Dixon. No, a keeper. Ball's on the turf. And Woodford County almost come up with it, but it was a nice job by one of the offensive linemen to get in there and just dogpile on it for the fumble recovery. It was Jackson Lanham putting body on the line to get that fumble recovery.
And almost another scary sight right there. You've seen the ball just pop right out from Adrian Miles, but luckily they're able to fall back on it.
There's been no shortages of dramatic plays here in this third quarter, and we may have one final play here in the frame. With 6 seconds left, they will give the ball to Anthony Dixon. He cuts upfield. More running room for Dixon. And South Oldham starting to slowly get the running game going as Anthony Dixon gets inside Woodford County territory. And that will be the end of the third quarter on a nice run by Dixon. A lot of fireworks here on the field in Versailles. 45-6 Woodford out in front comfortably as we close the third.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back for the fourth quarter in Central Kentucky alongside the former state champ KJ Jones. I'm Wes Chandler. What a way to end the third quarter. A 94-yard kick return for a touchdown by Elijah Ward. And a 13-yard scamper just before we closed out the frame by Anthony Dixon. So now it's a matter of playing for pride for South Oldham. As they go up the middle to Cole Greenwell.
Greenwell up the middle.
And again, some of those lanes just a little bit more open than they were in the first half. And again, just keep feeding Greenwell, and it's going to keep rolling forward. Pick up about 5 right there.
Gain of 5 on the play. That'll bring up second down 5.
And as you said, just playing for pride right here. Just see if they can get anything else on the board. Able to at least get a touchdown on the last possession from Dixon. Let's see if they can score anything else and cut this deficit down a little bit.
Their final 3 games of the year will all be at home. So the last road game of the year for South Oldham. They have to play Scott County, Collins, and then Bryan Station to close out the season. Little pitch to Dixon. A lot of running room for Dixon. He gets a block and will be tackled at the 21-yard line. Pretty hard tackle there.
On the play.
It is a 17-yard pickup for Dixon, but there is a flag on the play, and we'll check that. Holding on the Dragons.
I mean, it's just been the same story here tonight. You see big plays, and then they're just brought back by blocking the backs, holding calls, just mistakes that you have to clean up if you want a shot to make a playoff run this year. I think this is still a good South Oldham team. Just got manhandled here tonight and just had a lot of mistakes that they can clean up.
Last year we told you that South Oldham was the only team to beat Woodford County in the regular season.
And I think that could also go to the way that this game has turned out. Woodford County playing with a big chip on their shoulder. You have an undefeated season, and this is the team that gives you the only loss, so you definitely want to get that revenge back on these guys.
Second down and 12 after the holding penalty. Screen pass complete to Davila. He tries to stop on a dime to get upfield and right back to the original line of scrimmage. The way that Woodford County's defense has been able to run east-west, they're showing a lot of lateral quickness out here tonight.
They are, because South Oldham hasn't been able to get anything on the inside, so they're having to go to the outside plays. But again, good job by this Woodford County defense getting east and west and covering the whole field, which isn't easy to do at all.
10 minutes to play in the ball game. It'll be 3 receivers for the Dragons to the right side, or make it the left side. Ball on the right hash, third down and 12. So we go under 10 minutes to play. It'll be a pitch to Anthony Dixon. It's been successful here in this second half. Dixon zigzags with room to run for Anthony Dixon, and he's going to have his second rushing touchdown of the game. A 45-yard jaunt for Anthony Dixon.
And just those plays that weren't there in the first half, he was able to find a little bit of breathing room, but just not able to take it all the way. And you finally see him here able to score a few big ones here.
Second of the night for Anthony Dixon. He now has 8 on the year. In the first half, Woodford County kind of bottled him up a little bit for the most part. But here this second half, he's been able to have a couple of big runs. And got to give a lot of credit to his blockers out, too. His wide receivers are his leading blockers. Good block there by Andrew Kern. That allowed Dixon to cut up the middle of the field. South Oldham will go for 2. They'll pitch it to Dixon, and a hard hit. Dixon will be denied the 2-point conversion. Now we check and make sure everybody's okay. Wyatt Peters took a hard hit for Woodford County. Anthony Dixon a little bit shaken up.
And Peters, a guy that's been all over the field here tonight.
Is Wyatt Peters.
There in the corner there, a lot of traffic. So South Oldham goes for 2 and is denied this time. And that's a hard play because when you get there that close, everything kind of orchestrates down your field of play. You can't make as many cuts upfield. And so that's a really tough play to try to get in.
It is. When the field's condensed like that and you don't have as much room to work with, it definitely makes it more of a challenge to try to get in there.
Still running clock, though, 45-12.
One thing I have to say is I still love the fight here from South Oldham. The game was out of reach, but they still showed a lot of fight, a lot of grit, still putting some points up here late in the fourth quarter.
So we'll see what South Oldham does here. Will they try to kick it onside? They will, and it'll be gobbled up there by the Yellow Jackets. Sam Centers.
Real good hands right there from Sam Centers, just catching that one and falling down. You don't want to take a big hit right there and risk losing it.
Exactly how you teach it. This Woodford County team showing how electric they can be. And obviously they get a lot of praise for their offense, but so far, I mean, obviously a lot of praise. When you put up 45 points, your offense is clicking. But to hold South Oldham to just 12 points on when the game was kind of out of reach says a lot about the Woodford County defense tonight, too. They're showing their strength as well.
Yeah, they really are. And, I mean, holding them to 0 points in the first half, that's not something that's easy to do, especially with a good offense like South Oldham's.
New quarterback in now for Woodford County as they will go on a quick screen. Pass complete to the near side, and out of bounds goes the Yellow Jackets on a flag flies late. Pass complete to Josh Champagne from the new quarterback in, and Jace Carroll.
And just a little bit too aggressive right there as he was going out of bounds. But you love to see the backup guys starting to get a little bit of tick too. As looked like Jace Carroll throwing a nice pass right there.
13-yard pickup. It'll be a personal foul on South Oldham. That extracurricular hit.
Personal foul going against South Oldham.
They go to Carroll. This is his 4th game in at quarterback this year. That was his 2nd completion in his 3rd attempt.
And the ball is going to be spotted on the 25, and that's a first
They will bring on another offensive lineman, junior Marcus Johnson. Johnson, 5'11", 245. 6.5 minutes remaining in the game. It goes to Champagne again. Champagne looking for blockers, and he'll go out of bounds at the 16. A pickup of 9 for Josh Champagne.
Josh Champagne, only a sophomore, 5'8", 135, and he's a guy you can definitely expect to get put into the game plan as he starts to get older here at Woodford County.
He only had 1 catch all year. He's got 2 on this drive.
And you see his big playability right there, and a little shake and bake. Just when you have such a loaded team as Woodford County here, it's hard to get playing time when you're such a young guy.
And Jace Carroll, the new quarterback in, a sophomore. He'll go to the far side, pass complete, and trying to dance for the end zone and wrapped up inside the 5. They go to David Jones, 6'2" sophomore on the far side as Jones hauls in catch number 4 for him on the year.
And you just see how stacked of a roster that this Woodford County team has. You're putting your young guys in, both these guys sophomores. Jones right there, and then Champagne the plays before, but doing a good job once they catch the ball and making some big plays.
Beecham Robbins also in at the offensive line for
I'll tell you right after this play.
Woodford County. Cody Bautista, along with Max Escalani. To throw, Carroll a little bit wide of Jones that time.
Intended for Jones, falls incomplete.
Looks like he was looking for Jones on a little back route right there, just unable to haul that one in.
Wade, you won.
Carson Bugg will check out on the offensive line. Bring on Jack Garrison, 6'2", 315-pound freshman.
It helps them out a whole lot. Congratulations, Rick.
4.5 minutes remaining here in the ball game. It'll be second down and 10, or actually second down and goal from the 3. Carroll, the quarterback in, got a new running back behind him as they will go on the ground. Handoff and splitting past that initial line right at the goal line is not in. They go on the ground to Ryan Brown.
Looks like he stopped.
He'll come up just short. Thought he might have punched it in, but good job by that South Oldham defense standing strong and holding them up right there, bringing up a third down.
2-yard pickup for Ryan Brown. I would say give the ball right back to Brown.
I'd agree with you here.
Ball is spotted. We'll call it the 1.
Under 4 minutes to play. They do have 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the near side, and that is Zeb Weiss, freshman wide receiver. They'll go on the ground, and this time it is a success.
It's a touchdown.
All signs point to go for the Yellow Jackets as they got the ball into the middle. And it was Brown once again. 1-yard touchdown for Ryan Brown.
And that'll put Woodford County over the 50-point mark for this game, which if you're able to score 50 points in the game, that really shows just how explosive your offense is and how good you guys are on that side of the ball.
Cash Wolf lines up for the point.
For Ryan Brown. He puts a touchdown on the board, and we have a stop in play here by the referee to go over something here. We'll get that taken care of. For Brown, his first touchdown of the season. And on to attempt the point after will be Wolf. Out of the hold of Braden Wallace, third-string quarterback. Wolf continues his perfect night, makes it 52-12. Putting up points in bunches are the Yellow Jackets. It's just been relentless so far.
It has. Just Woodford County putting their fingerprints all over this game, and really from the start, as you've seen Darian Tomlin with a big run on the first possession, and Woodford County just never looked back after that first drive. Able to get some good stops on defense, and again, just firing on all cylinders on offense. Everything they did that was working tonight. Again, they look good at every phase of this football game, offense, defense, and special teams.
They've really dominated all areas. Had a touchdown from each side.
When you can put together a good game like this and each phase is complementing the other, you really become a hard team to stop. And I think this team has a chance to make a deep playoff run.
Free kick will go out of bounds for Woodford County. And the Yellow Jackets entered this game third in 5A in points per game. South Laurel was leading the class in points per game, almost 47 points per game. That's just astonishing. Madisonville North Hopkins right behind them. And then it was this Woodford County team. That's going to go up after tonight's performance.
Oh, for sure. Able to put up a good 52 points tonight, and this will definitely have them in first, or not at least competing for that first spot for most points per game.
Some fresh faces in for Woodford County on defense. Jordan Higgins On the defensive line, it's the starters for South Oldham as they'll throw to Davila. Drop. Nice coverage there by the Yellow Jackets, and it was Alex Sinners in coverage.
And then that was a really covered play. Not sure what he really saw right there. Almost able to squeeze it in, but just too good a defense right there from Woodford County.
Keontae Walker in, along with Andy Hawkins. And it will also be Mikael Black in right now to close out the game. But this night belonged to the Yellow Jackets as they play on their home turf and they sting the South Oldham Dragons. And it is Woodford County coming off a bye week. They were well rested, and it showed tonight that they put on probably their best performance in a complete football game tonight. They were outstanding, like you said just moments ago, in all areas.
They were. Again, you've seen that onside kick recovery. They had a kickoff return. They had long rushing touchdowns, long passing touchdowns. I'm not sure if they had a recovery at all, a turnover recovery at all. But they were firing on all cylinders for sure.
Well, stay with us. We will have the post-game show for you. We will talk about this one. We'll hand out some hardware, and we'll tell you what's coming up next week on Glycod. Your final score tonight, Woodford County 52, South Oldham 12.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit them online at CartownKiaUSA.com.
Back here in Versailles as we wrap up another week of high school football in Central Kentucky on Glycod. Alongside the former state champ KJ Jones, I'm Wes Chandler. This one final tonight, 52-12. Woodford County knocks off South Oldham here in Versailles. And they started off less than 2 minutes scoring, so they really controlled the tempo. And anytime you have a game of such great magnitude like this one was coming in, there was a lot of buildup into this game. And it looked like Woodford County took that. They said, let's control this. Let's play from the front of the scoreboard. And they really set the tone.
They did, and the long run, starting it off with Tomlin, again, as you said, that really set the tone for the game. They showed, like, we're going to come out. This is a district game where we're going to punch you in the mouth, and it just seemed like South Oldham just was never able to recover. And they took that hit and just kind of laid down. Again, they just didn't put up much of a fight here tonight.
Imagine that'll be a focus for Kane Sam's and South Oldham going into next week, as they will have the final 3 games of the regular season all on their home field. As you see some scores from other games across the state of Kentucky down there on the bottom of your screen. Tonight's scoreboard is presented by Don Franklin Auto, driven by family. Now let's take a look at tonight's scoring recap, brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential and buckle up. There is a lot of scores to go over tonight. It all started with 1:07 into the game. A 42-yard touchdown run by Darian Tomlin broke this game, broke the scoreless tie. From 42 yards out, Tomlin rushed to make it a 6-0 game. Cash Wolf's extra point was good, and it was 7-0 Woodford County. They would not look back after that. We would go to the end of the first quarter before the next scoring play happened. It was a field goal, 25 yards out from Cash Wolf, made it 10-0 with 21 seconds to play in the first quarter. Then we would play about half of the second quarter before Woodford County would strike offensively again. It would be the first of 4 touchdowns through the air tonight from Fox Coons. This one going to Jalen Johnson, the first of 2 he would have tonight. It was 49 yards in variety. Perfectly placed ball by Johnson. Wolf's extra point was good to make it 17-0 Yellow Jackets. Then we would go toward the 2-minute area of the second quarter, and that is where Woodford County would come again. 34-yard touchdown pass from Coons to Amari Jointer for his 6th touchdown here in 2025. And 2 minutes and 30 seconds later, Woodford County would make it 24-0. They would not be content with that lead, scoring with just 28 seconds remaining before the half would close. 31-0 after the 20-yard touchdown pass to Grayson Hodge, their leading receiver, hauls in his 4th touchdown of the season. And we would go to the locker room after Wolf's extra point with Woodford County leading 31-0. We would play almost 10 minutes before the Yellow Jackets would score again. It is the 2nd touchdown pass reception from Fox Coons to Jalen Johnson. And with 2:34 remaining in the third quarter, Wolf's extra point made it 38-0. Then we had a flurry of scores. This is the first of 4 touchdowns in a 5-minute, 39-second spurt. So buckle up. South Oldham would get on the board with 2 minutes and 22 seconds to play in the third quarter on a 65-yard touchdown run from Anthony Dixon. They would go for 2. It would be unsuccessful, so it was 38-6 Woodford. One play is all it took. They went 65 yards in 12 seconds. Then after that, Woodford County would return the ensuing kickoff 94 yards for a touchdown by Elijah Ward and made it 45-6 with 1:46 in the third quarter. Then South Oldham would try to get some confidence heading into next week. They would break the scoring column open in the fourth quarter with 9:05 to play in the fourth on a 45-yard touchdown run by Anthony Dixon as he goes over 100 yards tonight for the Dragons in a losing effort. They would go for 2 once again. It would be denied. So at 9:05 to play in the ballgame, it was 45-12 Woodford County. And then toward the end, with 3:32 to play in the ballgame, a 1-yard touchdown run from Ryan Brown, his first of the year, made it 52-12. A lot of scores in this game tonight. And we thank IBEW Local 369 for bringing you the scoring summary. When KJ and I return, we will tell you the most outstanding players of tonight's game here on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. with health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware, 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.semin.com. Semin & Realtors, always one step ahead. This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by German American Bank, building our community since 1910. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. And by the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm.
Welcome back to our post-game coverage here on Glycon. Woodford County wins 52-12 over South Oldham. Time now for tonight's Most Outstanding Players, presented by Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. For South Oldham, I think it's a pretty easy choice. Anthony Dixon had a pretty solid game once he got going in the second half.
Yeah, that was really their workhorse the whole game. He wasn't able to score any touchdowns in the first half, but able to come up with 2 big ones here in the second half and really just, put on a show tonight. And again, as I said, he was really their workhorse, and I'm happy he was able to capitalize off the big night with those 2 touchdowns in the second half.
And you could almost take your pick for Woodford County. Who are you ultimately going with?
Got to go with Lemmy Coons. 4 touchdowns on the day, and he was really just slinging that ball around. With the accuracy and precision that he has, he's going to be a problem for some time to come.
Yeah, great night by Coons through the air for the Yellow Jackets in a blowout win over South Oldham, 52-12. When we come back, we will tell you what's ahead on next week's schedule, and then we'll give our closing thoughts here as Woodford County gets the win, 52-12 over South Oldham.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo, plus free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Looking for a partner that delivers big results with a small business touch? Meet Strat BPO, a joint venture combining 49 years of federal contracting experience with the agility of being woman-owned. We provide scalable business process outsourcing and contact center solutions with top-tier compliance and people-first service. We are 400 plus employees strong, ISO certified, and FSMA compliant. Now hiring in Clark County, bringing 400 new jobs and a bold commitment to community growth. Strat BPO, small business certified, large business proven.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. LaGrange Service Center, providing quality car care for more than 60 years. And by Clementine's Car Wash, LaGrange's 24/7 touchless car wash.
Before we sign off for the final time, let's take a look at what's ahead on next week's schedule here on Glycod, brought to you by New Vista. They see the good ahead. So a lot of intriguing matchups for next week on tap. You got Lafayette and Henry Clay, Southern and Mayo, Madison Central battling Douglas. As you continue on district play, so a lot of great upcoming games across our Glycod platform that you can choose from next week. Well, KJ, your final thoughts. I thought Woodford County showed, I don't think a lot of people were fully on board the Woodford County train. After tonight, they should be.
Yeah, for sure. I think they're definitely on people's radars, and they know that this is a team they're going to have to watch out for, putting on such a dominating performance here. And, again, tips off to Coach Johnson. He had his team prepared. I love the game plan he came out with, and I think he's going to lead these guys a long way this season.
That's going to do it for our coverage. We hope you enjoyed it. Want to thank our entire team, producer Jackson Miller, camera operation by Jacob Johns, our spotter in the booth, Meredith Chandler, and my partner, KJ Jones. My name is Wes Chandler, telling you the final score for the final time here in Versailles is Woodford County 52 and South Oldham 12. Thanks for watching High School Sports on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Man of War Harley-Davidson. 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt. Keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment. The right equipment for the right job. Suntime Pools and Spas. Good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs.
Visit Glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports